to week or session episode 13 of a Petty Squabbles Monster Hunter Story Group A, the Black Nergigantes, where we're going to do a little bit of a quick recap, I guess, since it's been fucking mid. It's been roughly about 3 weeks since the last time we played because of holidays and all that types of fancy stuff. So on the quick recap of what I kind of watched to refresh my own memory is that you spent your last session after talking to a Valhazak and convincing it to give you its blood. You made it
a Valhazak.
Yes, Valhazak, not a Valstrax. Not completely different. Completely different thing. As you made it back down to Berna, you informed the guild manager, also the director of the White Academy, of the deal that you struck, which she was not very excited about due to all the work that you have now caused her with the removal of people that were living on the mountain. You also had a nice bathtub montage with my Discord crashing as it begins. I don't fucking get why Discord crashes.
I will then do my camera to see if that works.
I don't know why. It's not actually you. I don't know why it's pissed off.
Try.
But now you messed up the whole thing. now the camera's messed up. Turn your camera back on. I'd rather crash than have to fix that. So, that's right. So you had a nice bathtub montage with at one point half the group on one side of the tub and the other half listening in while both Gerathor and Shaseth were just kind of relaxing in the nice VIP like area that Shaseth paid for.
Yes.
Beyond that, you planned on hunting the Tiestra next, trying to find kind of the easiest way to get there. You learned that the skyship would arrive roughly in about 3 days, and it's about a 4-day journey or so to the region where the Tiestra is located at, down the North Elday region. So you were either deciding, which I'm not sure if you guys can decide exactly what you were going to do, but you either were going to wait for the ship and spend 3 days of downtime, or you were going to head out sooner than later to head right to Tiestra on your own by walking.
I believe we decided on the downtime because we'd already started processing downtime stuff when they were dealing with the frozen clovers.
Fair. In addition to that, you also ran into a really nice, kind man who was selling some nice monster materials that you got arrested for no reason whatsoever. He definitely wasn't part of the Talon Society and ended up getting the material for free and keeping your pelts that you had from the Gammoth as well.
And found out there was other members of the Town Society in this town with the coercion of aneurysms.
Yes, from Gerathor. So that is kind of where we left off, was you, I believe, in this case, leaving the bathhouses at the end of your first day. You have effectively 2 days of downtime to make use of before the ship arrives back in, the Soratorium arrives back in Berna. Here. They've Roll20 changed their stuff and I really hate it so much.
I'm going to be a pain in the ass and going to turn my camera on.
You son of a bitch.
Yes, this is some artificer level 9, but everybody else is level 11.
This and move you back over here and you turn this off. All right, this is minus 50 XP.
As you put Logan in Shaseth's place.
Well, no, that's how it pops up when someone changes, because it changes the order of the things when cameras are on or cameras are off. Yes.
Oh, look, I am Gerathor.
The Dragon Boys to switch places. My experiment worked.
That wasn't a Coca-Cola. I don't know what that was.
Creaming soda.
Discord. Great. Discord. Right. Turn on. Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Weird. What the fuck is your Discord? No, that's that one.
Creaming soda. That's a weird.
Right.
Tastes good. Don't really know how to explain the taste because we define the taste as creaming soda.
Must be an Australian.
It's probably something in America that's comparable.
There we go.
We do.
Transition.
We have cream soda.
Okay, cameras are all pretty again and fancy like and whatnot. All right. You're in Berna. It's the next morning. 2 days till the Soratorium arrives. What do you do?
Let's start off with Gerathor then.
Gerathor, what do you do?
Oh god. I genuinely don't know.
Gerathor
Well,
lounges
I have to-
at the spa every day for the next 2 days, unless interrupted by his compatriots.
I'm sure there's something to do.
I'm sure there is too. That's what she's
I'm just gonna figure it out.
Until you figure it out, you're just at the spa.
Always need more money. Sell
All right.
stuff.
This is a reminder, Gerathor, it is a silver per day at the spa for the VIP treatment, or just a copper for like the basic bitch treatment.
Oh no, nothing but the best.
Okay. Massages, foot rubs, nice warm spa. All right. Well, while we see what Gerathor might be doing, let's go ahead and go over to you, Flight. What do you do for your 2 days?
I had an epiphany when I was sitting there. I really, really hate traveling in our long rest system. So I started making a new potion.
Okay. You're trying to make a new potion.
I will put the potion here in the chat so you can do it because it's an existing potion. And my page doesn't want to load. There we go. It is called this.
If you're putting it in Discord, I can't see it.
No, putting it in Roll20.
Okay, just making sure.
That is what it's called. The effect of the potion is just as neat as I keep pressing every wrong button.
Neat.
That is the effect of the potion. When you drink it, it's effectively having a long rest without having to sleep.
Okay.
And this is a common potion.
It's a common potion, but you're going to need to be able to develop.
So I'm going to pay my gold equivalents of it, which would be 12 gold and 5 silver.
Which is a bit too broken because you guys will be drinking that every single time, and that just breaks the system.
It takes me 5 hours to make it, so I can't make too many of them during the short rest.
I mean, I guess if you're making them
Besides
during
knowledge, though.
short rest,
It takes me 5 hours to make them.
you could effectively get 4 made.
Yes.
It takes 5 hours to make them. You need to do it on a long rest or downtime.
Which is what he's doing.
Right.
Yes.
And if you made them during a long rest, you aren't getting the long rest.
Yeah.
This is definitely more than just minor activity to do something like this. I'm just
I would
trying. I'm
probably
trying to think of the
recommend-
implications that it may cause in the future.
So I don't mind if you want to raise the price of it.
It's more of just trying to think of the implications it could cause, like if you end up stockpiling something like this.
I actually was going to sell it to the highest bidder. I was going to put one of them as a bidding thing because other hunters would adore having one of these. This is mostly for my benefit in case we're in emergency things because potions last for a year.
So, for the sake of just balancing things out and whatnot, even though typically artificers can just make stuff based off the gold value, we're gonna say that you can only have 4 of these at a time maximum.
That works for me.
No more.
You can still suffer from exhaustion because it doesn't say that you can do anything else. You just can't fall asleep and you remain awake during a long rest, but you still like
You gain the benefits.
You gain the
still
benefits,
gain
though.
benefits.
Yeah, but you still can't do a lot of work during this under this potion. You just
You get
remain
the,
awake during it and still gaining its benefits. You don't
yeah, but you can work
physically
the
have to
entire
sleep.
time, and then you get that if you get exhaustion at the end of a long rest, that you would get remove your exhaustion. So
gain the
therefore, you
phone.
remove it.
Oh no, I read him. Okay, I think there's a misread on this. I see what he's saying. So, when you drink this potion, you gain the following benefits for the next hour. You can't be put to sleep. Okay? And you can remain awake during a long rest and still gain its benefits. It's not you gain the benefits of a long rest. It's during a long rest you don't have to sleep.
It's in the name, watchful rest. You stay
Which
awake.
means my light activities are fine.
It means that you can't just drink this during the middle of the week and gain the benefits of a long rest. It would just mean you're just awake.
Lets you basically, it gives you the warlock thing where you just stay awake. You still have to take a long rest, but you can not sleep.
Correct. Which means you don't just get a random long rest effects in the middle of a week. In terms of our travel rules. That's the only thing. So you can go ahead and make these if you want to, and that's fine. Since I'm not going to limit it because it's not you gain the benefits of a long rest. It's just you're allowed to stay awake during a long rest. So you can have as many as you want, but necessarily it is not necessarily the same as what was originally thought.
So I'd still get my long rest for instead of the 6-hour thing where I would not get my spells back.
So like
you would it's basically just aspect of the moon, but in a potion.
You're able to stay awake during the entire rest. But
it becomes infinitely less useful and will not be useful. It is not wanted at all.
I mean, a couple of them might be nice and useful if you can't be put to sleep going against like a Nightshade Palumu.
Yeah.
Too niche. Don't want.
Well, it could be good to have one or two.
Yeah, for sure.
For the community bag.
I'd rather just make potions of heal giant strength.
I mean, how many of those do you need?
I could make about one. Oh, sorry, I could make two because of the time limit I would do it with. Yeah, the potions I can make from between common to uncommon are kind of limited.
Yeah. All right. Well, while you look at your potions and just think about it, Mage, what are you doing for your 2 days?
Compound looking after the that dust of the cursed herb or cursed flower.
Your what?
Remember we were messing with the
right, but what
flower?
are you specifically trying to do with it?
I tried to enter that building at one point, and you said like it was immediately starting to freeze, so I basically couldn't enter that building without suffering frostbite.
That one room, correct? It was just the one room that had the issue.
I wanted to try to continue experimentation, but if I can't enter that one room,
I mean, there's other rooms. It's not you guys put your entire like thing of clovers in one thing. You know, you were grinding one up, and it turned into like a mist that filled the room, and then ice started to form on the walls and all the equipment inside of it. That ice has not dissipated whatsoever overnight.
I will continue to work on the other one.
Yeah, so you go to a different room as you're seeing like a few different students like peering through the window at the one room, looking inside. It's mostly frosted over, so they're like heating up the window, trying to like just peek through.
I'll do the same thing, I guess. Crush up another one.
What kind of check? Well, I think it was alchemy tools. I think is what it was. Alchemy tools with either intelligence or wisdom. Or dexterity.
I think you just had me roll a d100 because I was using the unseen servant to.
Oh right, yeah. Servant. Go ahead and let your servant. Go ahead and roll a d100. Let's see what happens. I need to mark what each one does when it's crushed. I don't remember exactly what we rolled, but a 40 is not very good. So as he's crushing it up and breaking it, the motor and pestle themselves begin to almost freeze instantly, as if like by like not nitroglycerin, whatever the fucking one that nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, it just like freezes, and then as it's starting to like continue to like ground it down, just they both just shatter into just glass. You had 20 of them, I believe, to start. You've at least used 4.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a place where I can set off a barrel bomb?
Well, the White Academy would probably have something type of place. Maybe it might be outside though.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to use the Unseen Servant to open up one of the lids and then put a herb inside the barrel bomb and close it.
Okay.
Try to set it off.
Opens it up, puts the herb inside of it. Okay, nothing happens when it puts it inside. Like the gunpowder doesn't seem to like turn to ice or anything like that. At least as it closes it up, nothing instantaneous. And then
I guess I'll just move it in a test field. With
Okay.
some dummies next to it, and then I'll stand back and shoot a firebolt at it.
Give me a second. Trying to figure out what this can do. Okay. So as you light it, it still explodes, but it's a very small explosion. Definitely, I would say probably about half the radius it normally would be.
Is there no lingering ice effect on anything else?
Roll me a D100. See. No. So in this case, based off you're a smart person. The cold of the clover lowered the temperature on the gunpowder fairly rapidly. You would assume based off the explosion and how quickly since you set it off from the point when it was put in. And cold gunpowder doesn't the propellant isn't as strong, so it definitely is a smaller explosion. Probably still is deadly in that area, but it doesn't seem to improve the bomb anyway.
I think other than crushing it more,
Give me a
there's bomb
perception check.
casings. Perception. Womp.
Okay, never mind.
I think other than putting it in a bomb casing to try to, as if like a sonic bomb or dunk bomb kind of style, does it rely on an explosion? Try to toss it as that.
Oh, in some way they use some kind of I mean, a dung bomb, no, because dung bomb is basically you're just throwing a bomb and it just kind of breaks open and it smells. Then you have the sonic bomb would create like a explosion. It hits and it breaks open, causing the screech. Flash bomb would use gunpowder. And I mean, as you're kind of like thinking about things and stuff like that, there are people like that have been watching this whole time, kind of keeping an eye on things. And as you're deep in thought, you don't notice that someone has walked into where the bomb was at and goes, "Huh, what's this?" and picks up a clover that's in the middle of the explosion. And you just kind of see them kind of like shake, like they have a chill.
Survived the explosion. I shout out, "Don't touch that."
They drop it. Look at you like, why?
As I ask them how do they feel?
As they start to like try to like, it's midday. It's winter, so they still have some like winter clothes on and stuff like that. And they're like, It's getting a little cold.
You know, I'm not really sure who walks into a middle of a explosions radius, but you shouldn't pick up random things.
I just thought it was interesting that this thing was like there's an explosion and this is in perfect shape and it's just starting to like shake and shiver.
I'm sure you are, as I cast remove curse.
Okay, as you go to the, do you like smack them upside the head? Do you like just tap them on their shoulder? What do you do? It requires touch.
He was just just go ahead and pat him on the shoulder. Next time, don't go wandering into experimental areas. Ask first.
Understand? You look at their uniform; they look to be like a first year, some young kid. I understand. Thank you. And they just kind of run off.
I use my mage hand to pick up the herb.
Yeah.
Surprised it survived the explosion.
Come walk around the corner.
Sure.
Got like a bunch of little rocks, man. Heavy, what should I build? A blue sapphire emerald, a red corrodium, or this yellow like diamond thingy?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I want to make an elemental gem. Saw one over at the Trendy yard. I decided I want to make one for myself.
What were the colors?
The blue sapphire, an emerald, a red corrodium, and a yellow diamond. Those are just the generic coloring.
Emerald sounds nice.
An emerald one? All right. I go into my little lab and start working on that for the next, pretty much the entire period.
Okay.
It's gonna be 10 hours I'm working on this.
Damn it. Green one is water element.
Yep, the emerald is the water.
Okay.
Cost you 50 gold to do that.
So you're going to be going to do that and work on that during your time.
Yep, that's 10 hours, and that would still leave me with more time if I just finished that in one day.
Okay. Shaseth, what are you doing?
I will be selling things.
Okay.
If everybody's okay with it. I'm thinking of selling 2 of the Gameth pelts, 7 Rathian pieces, and 1, where was it? A CR12, Blows Medulla. Doesn't really give us anything. Out of the community bag.
I will come with you to do that. Gives me something to do.
I'll put the money back in the community bag. So I believe I have to roll charisma.
Correct. Yeah, for downtime, let me go and pull this up since I conveniently have my guide open right now because I've been working on it. So, sell material. A charisma persuasion check. See what kind of offer you get.
Any chance he can assist me, or is this nah?
If Gerathor wants to use it as his like downtime action for the day while you're both kind of doing this, then sure, you can have advantage.
Yeah.
It does cost you. Technically, it normally spends a work week, but we're not counting that. So this is probably gonna be like your guys' 2 days of like finding people to buy these things.
That's fine with me if it's fine with Gerathor.
Yeah.
And it does cost you 25 gold to do this. Effectively, paying people off, finding resources, all that type of stuff.
That's fine.
Cool. A 21. Ooh, okay. So a 21. You definitely find some buyers that are definitely interested in this.
Just enough.
Yeah, just enough. So they are willing to buy it, and you are able to sell it for actually
150%.
Yeah, higher than normal price. As you're in a place with a bunch of researchers. So you first start off like in the marketplace trying to sell people are offering you a little low balling. And you're like, fuck this shit. Like we're going to the academy the next day, and you go in there, and there's just all like, you run into one person like, yes, this is exactly what I need for my research. And then as they leave, you guys kind of wander around, kind of bust for a little bit, and then more people just keep showing up and finding you. Going, I heard you have some stuff. Can I see what you got? And you end up selling everything for more than you're needed. Because like, we have research money. Here you go.
Take my research grant.
Take my research money. Because they already know they needed this material. It would have cost them more to have a hunt done than it would have been to just pay for it.
So, calculating up money.
Okay. So, I would say in this case, probably the first day goes by with some of your tests and stuff like that, with Flight making his jewel, you selling, yours is 2 days worth of selling stuff. So, I guess in this case, Mage, what do you do on the second day in Flight? What do you do on the second day?
I like to keep experimenting.
That's fine.
I'll try to put one in a bomb casing and throw it at a target dummy.
Okay. Go ahead and let me D100. We're not gonna be roll to hit the dummy. We're just gonna assume you hit the dummy. D7. Okay. Is it the clover ground up, or is this a clover that is
full on? Full on in that bomb casing, just clover as is.
Okay. Sure. So you throw it, and first go, it just, the bomb casing, detonates and kind of explodes outwards. The clover you see is completely intact, and it just kind of bounces and hits the dummy. The dummy starts to frost over, but the clover's still intact, and it's like you try a second time on a different dummy you throw, the bomb casing explodes outwards, and the clover goes in a completely opposite direction, and nothing happens.
It's unreliable, but it does work if it hits.
I think the thing you're also picking up on is that it seems like the clover is immune to fire. Discord crashed. 1 second, everybody.
What an exit.
Yeah.
The clover may be been fire, but not you.
Session's over. So.
If I use detect magic on the clover, do I know its details of like what the curse actually does? Because I don't have it written anywhere.
Probably be identify.
Yeah, there you go. Identify.
Identify on it of.
Because I do have the spell.
It is a curse. Though when you identify it, you identify it as a clover of ice resistance.
That's one way to put it.
You definitely are kind of assuming that the curse on this thing is hidden and identifies as something else.
All I can think of is continue to crush him, but that'll keep wasting it. Well, I guess I'll just crush 2 more.
Okay.
And see what happens.
It's going to depend on how lucky you are with your servant doing it. Roll me 2 D100s. Okay. So the first one seems to go well. There's no powder that are, mist that appears. There's no... The motor pestle keeps intact until the second one. Yeah, it seems like a crushed it up proper. You have some clover dust.
And we were gonna put that into one of the bullet casings since we tried bone husk and everything else didn't work. So we tried a standard metal casing.
Right, and it frosts, but it doesn't. Nothing else seems to happen, at least with just the shell.
I guess I'll try to cap it to put it in that, make it into a bowgun bullet.
Yep.
And then if there's a test gun somewhere, shoot it towards a target.
Yeah, they definitely have target dummies somewhere. So go ahead and make me an attack roll with your dual repeater. Because it's going to be great if you miss this somehow. You just barely hit it. It's a very tough target dummy. It's moving all over the place. Because you didn't want to do it the easy way with a stationary target dummy. But you hit...
Sure.
You hit dead on right in the middle of the forehead on this target dummy. And as it does, the bullet explodes outwards and just this blue dust covers and crystallizes the area and covers the target dummy. It looks, from what you can see, as you kind of go up to and investigate, once the clover dust settles, it seems to be frozen by the look of it. But do you touch it? Do you do anything else of it?
Yeah, I think at this point I would have to physically touch the thing to make sure that the powder still has the same effects.
Okay. So as you kind of look at it, the powder-wise, the ground itself is frosted over in that area. I mean, it is winter in the first place, but it definitely, you can see the kind of like icy sheen around the target dummy. The motorized functions of below it have like frozen solid. You can hear the gears grinding in an attempt to move. It seems like it worked. Your best assumption is either may freeze a creature in place, or maybe perhaps it causes that vulnerability that you heard about from the Trovarians in the first place.
What happens if I'll get my Magus staff out?
Yeah.
And I'll hit the ice dummy.
Okay. And so you hit the ice dummy. Like you like really hit it, or you like just like poke it?
I attack it as if it's a successful target, and I want to see if we coat a monster in this, can we still attack it afterwards and not be affected ourselves? So I'm straight up using myself as a test subject.
Yeah, so you smack it. Your mega staff seems fine.
So it works. Oh, it works. I just gotta try to find the refining process, and other than that,
Probably keep a bunch of remove curses on you.
yeah. I don't know how to do this refining process. I'll talk to Flight about that. But other than that, it seems like it was a success.
The last day, I'm going to build a staff of bird calling, but make it look like a carp echo.
Alright, I'm gonna give all my notes to the War Academy head and talk to them to see if they can aid in the refining process of this.
My last few hours of downtime, I spend making the staff of bird calling just for fun, and I make it shaped like a carp echo.
I'm just trying to check and make sure it doesn't require attunement. It does
No,
not.
it's just it's the thing that summons birds.
All right.
Spirit birds.
Like that's the whole point. Is I made this as a joke that kids would enjoy.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So 2 days of shopping, 2 days of clover testing, and making of random ass shit from flight. So your 2 days have gone by. In the on the third day, in this case, well, it'll technically be the fourth day because the first day was you guys, in town in general. So on the fourth day, the Soratorium arrives. As you are in the early morning, you are all awake having breakfast as we see this just massive airship come flying into the town. It is not. So Soratorium is very much closer to like a Zeppelin in like World of Warcraft, with the gigantic air balloon atop of it. It has some machines on the back for propelling it forward. There is no wings on either side of it. It's very much a dragon ship in the air, is what it is. And it arrives up on the mountainside near the Y Academy as you are currently down below in the guild hall. You do see it through the windows as you're eating your breakfast, enjoying your time here. It does cost you all a silver for breakfast.
No.
We will then, I guess, see if you guys have anything else you wish to have purchased during these few days for preparation for your trip.
Can I get my boots back there, Mage?
Portion supplies looking like, and probably a couple pallet juice.
We'll need cool drinks, won't we?
We're going to a volcanic region.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't
finding
think
herbs
you
in
need
there
one
quickly.
with fire resistance, right?
I'm immune to fire. I have some frozen berries that give you fire res for an hour.
I also got some frozen berries. I wonder if I could turn those into things.
I will buy at least one adamant pill.
Okay.
One power juice. That should be 600 gold.
I will.
Oh, ice crystals and bitterbug make cool drinks, or snow herbs and bitterbug.
I've got no money.
Adamant pill is 200, and power juice is 400, so that's 600. Yep.
Yep. I am starting to run low.
Yeah.
Is there any greater potion of healing?
Yes, there are. There is currently 5 greater potions of healing of it.
I will buy one because that's all I can afford.
Okay.
I
have 3 gold.
Well, as soon as we find some honey, I'll go access some more graders. Just keep an eye out for some high altitude bees.
So there is 4 potions of common resistance available and 4 potions of healing available as well. Sorry, 5
Fire
potions of healing.
Fire bees, you say? Furbies?
Yes.
I'm gonna grab 1 power juice and 2 greater healing potions.
Okay.
700.
Yes. 2 graders, 5 normals, and 4 resistance available.
I am out of money.
I'm good.
Okay, and Mage, are you good?
Yeah, I only have 2 cold drinks on me, but I don't have no money anyway. I have like 3 silver.
Fair. You guys are broke. So, as you finish gathering your supplies, finish eating your food, I guess, you begin making your way up to the White Academy towards the Sanatorium. Sanatorium is docked, literally on the cliffside. There's a nice wooden dock set up for it. As you see some guild workers kind of running in and out from the Sanatorium to the White Academy, bringing a bunch of random different supplies. Some you've seen before, some you haven't. A couple captured monsters are being rolled out by palicos. As you arrive, you see the guild manager sitting, or not sitting, but standing and speaking with the chief researcher and a few other faces. You see a young-looking Wyverian, fairly short, though in his adolescent years, not necessarily even in his adult years for a Wyverian. He has on the kind of standard, like, chief researcher like look with the like ivory white coat with the, I would say, like light teal colors accenting it as well. He also has on a small hat. You see next to him a guild receptionist looking very similar to Veza in the safari-like green outfit with the soft cap like Air Force pilots have when they're professionally dressed, with the guild symbol on one and the White Academy on the other side of it. And you see another palico, or a Linian, in this case a feline, that is wearing the exact same outfit as Himmel, that is carrying about 3 or 4 different books in its arm. And that's who you're kind of walking up to currently. So, what do you guys do?
Wait for the face to speak.
Well, we want to charter one of these, right?
Yep. They have to locate us somehow.
Well, I'm pretty sure the guild manager is aware of that already.
Right.
So it's definitely not necessarily as much of a charter as asking for assistance.
All right, I'll go up to them.
Yeah. And as you walk up, the manager looks at you. Shaseth,
Yes.
good to see you. You can kind of get a little contempt in her voice. She's a little so upset at you guys.
As you know, we'd like to We'd like to ride on the ship over to the volcano area for a special hunt.
Yes, I was just informing, as she kind of points to the three of them, which is the Himmel, the Lucy, and the feline, which you don't know, you don't recognize the name. As I was informing them of your request, and at that point, Himmel kind of speaks up. Yes, we are going to need some time to resupply, restock. We are planning to head to the desert here in the next probably 6 hours or so. During that time, we can drop you into the volcanic region. You can be on your way.
That sounds good.
When you say drop, are you parachuting in?
Wing drakes.
Or it's just good?
So, is there anything you need from us other than just transportation?
I look at the others.
Nothing I can think of at this moment.
All right, seems
Very
we're
well.
ready to go.
Yep. Well, we'll see you back here in about 6 hours or so, and we will take off. If you're not here, we will not wait, though. We have other time frames to meet. Just be here on time.
I go off to an out-of-the-way area and spend 10 minutes conjuring up a wing drake mount
Okay.
with summon steed.
Okay. And yeah,
This way I have my own wing drake.
okay. So, the rest of you, is there anything else you want to do for the next 6 hours? Talk to each other about plans, situations you're might run into, anything you might still need, all that type of stuff, or
Yeah.
Do you think
Hey,
that they're gonna know anything about where it might be? They've been flying over the area a lot. They could see it.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of look at you and, no, we don't, I guess Lucy would in this case, we don't necessarily know exactly where Atestra is. We know roughly within a few miles of where we located at. I can't give you an exact spot, though. We can at least narrow
General
down
area
your
is a good
search.
start.
Yep. So, that's about all the information we can give you in terms of where one's located.
Hey, Mage, want to go see if we could make this my bird staff here make other monster noises? Yeah.
Well, if you can make it make Korapeka noises, theoretically you can make it any noise.
Yes. Let us go see if we can make Kurapeko the stick.
Okay, so you make the attempts, and no, it does not make Kurapeko on a stick. It sounds like some revoltures, some ducks, chickens,
they summon?
turkeys.
What I do though, as he's not looking, I cast minor illusion on his staff and make it sound like Korapeka, so that way he thinks it works. I don't like to see flight sad.
That's fair. Yes.
Let's see. Is Flight too smart for his own good? Does he know with wisdom?
It'd be an intelligence investigation check.
Oh, that thing I'm really good at.
No, you have no idea. You think it works.
Aha! Success!
Nothing is summoned except for the devil joy that comes walking into town.
He's like, what would you call me for?
I'm Devil Joe.
The angry pickle. No, so you think it works. It makes a sound. It sounds like a Kurapeko, but nothing appears. Nothing comes running to you.
Huh.
Probably-
Made wind drakes
probably for
sound
the
no wind
best.
drakes.
That's when Shaseth comes walking over with his wing drake.
Aha! It worked again! Wait, I try again, but this time I'm going to make it sound like Gerathor. It's just going to say, oh.
Mage, do you make it sound like Gerathor or not?
No, I straight up watched this happen.
Okay, it sounds like a revolture, which is like a raven.
Well, it's already here, so also another one's going to show up.
Nope. Anything else you guys want to do for the next 5 hours and 45 minutes. Talk about things, strategize, do anything like that.
Oh yeah, might as well hit the
Or
library.
are we,
and sit down about
I
it.
say, are we just saying fuck it and we're going, doing it live?
I'm gonna tell the group about my experiments. That crushed up one, was it enough to make 2 shots or just a single bullet?
It would be a single bullet. They're not. I mean, you're crushed up a tiny little guy for it.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the group about my discoveries.
And it seems to be resistant to fire.
Yeah, I'm almost unaffected by it. If an entire bomb could go off at its heart and it just be unfazed.
Well, that just means if we shoot a Teostra with it, that means it'll have a frozen Teostra.
Well, I don't have any more bullets for it. I
Like-
still have not figured out a successful way to consecutively crush it.
Well, I can make it a breakable arrow, and you can tie it and put it in a bottle and do it that way.
Well, we can try it, but I
Or
have to
you
be
could-
by that person to cure them in case they get touched by it.
True. Until then, you want to go find that supplier you have and see if I get selling some more honey somewhere.
Honey.
Yeah, that way I can make turn these potions into graters.
I'm pretty sure we don't need the supplier. We could just go to the market.
All right. Do I ever going to buy basic goods? I haven't done that in a while. All right, go to the guild merchant to see if they have honey.
Roll some other die.
Hmm?
It's hard to read these things.
They have 25 honey.
They are currently out of honey. It is the winter season, so there's not a lot of activity from bees, and their supply has already been used. They are sorry to say.
I look disappointed.
They kind of mentioned like it's doubtful you'll find any honey here, and if you do, it'll probably be expensive.
Not worth our
Probably.
limited resources right now.
Just sell capture bees later. Make beehive. Create super bees that work year round.
Get more Azuros parts and just farm honey.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. I stick my gun in a barrel of water and get 1d4 fish.
There has to be fish in the water.
I stick a single fish in the water. I put my gun in there. I pull out more fish than it was.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's not how it works. If there's no fish in the water to impale themselves, the one fish that was already dead cannot impale itself either.
You suck. Oh, then I'm fresh out of ideas.
Okay. So, no other plans, anything else? Just double check. You went honey.
Nope.
Honey hunting is a failed quest. You're all reduced to 0 HP and knocked out for 1 day.
I get back up with 1 HP.
I do want to give everyone a jar of 2 cursed herbs
Okay.
because they can still be applied manually if you just drop them out or throw the bottle at something.
I'll put it in mini orcs pack.
So it's 2 herbs each in their own separate glass jar.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So time goes by as you all arrive at the Sanatorium on time. Is any of you like almost late?
Yes, I was playing with children with the bird stick.
Yeah, they're literally taking off and flight's not there. So you literally see flight flying behind to catch up at the very last second and like grabs onto the side of it and climbs and pulls himself in.
Cutting it a little close there.
I summoned a horde of children with the stick.
You see a bunch of children like crying with their hands up in the air, sad that you're leaving. With
I
the
throw the stick back down.
they go, make me just roll a dexterity check. Let's see how accurate you are. Oh, that's pretty accurate. I was gonna say, I really hope one was like, if you missed horribly, just like falls down past the dock, it like plummets, 300-400 feet to the ground. But no, you throw it nice, pretty accurately. One of the kids catches it, like falls back, and they're all cheering and screaming as you're all heading off, and they wave bye to you and stuff. As you make your way on the Soratorium for a roughly, let's take a look here. I realized that on the stream they've nothing. So, the journey to where you are currently going is roughly 1, 4, 6, 14, about 14 squares, 4 per time, so that's 3.5 days for the journey. Yep.
Long time.
You have a 3.5 day journey on the Soratorium to make it to the North Elday region, where the Tiestra is roughly, where they roughly know where it's located at. During this journey, is there anything else you guys want to do, or are we just kind of, other than still doing survival checks to see how, if we encounter anything in the air?
I ask any of my fellows, is there any kind of potions you guys want while I still have the supplies I'm going to make them? It's mostly for like resistances, if that's what matters.
I mean, it seems fire resistance would be keen.
All right. Well, it only works for an hour, so that's the downside. It's no better than the berries.
And distract.
Like, I mean, it'd be better if I could just make the decant luminous water, but like, I'm missing things. So all I got stuff is for basic potions.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. If nothing else, it's the game. We play the game of Dragonante until we get there.
You could. I mean, in general, during this trip, you guys are going to be put on guard duty. Your hunters. Everybody else has their other roles. So, at points you're put on ballista, or points you're put, to keep watch and stuff like that. In the case of Gerathor, I'm going to have him make me some survival rolls to see if we encounter anything for our 3.5 day journey.
I'll get familiarized with how airships work as well for when we inevitably have our own.
Okay. So, first day of the journey, as Flight is trying to familiarize himself while not on guard duty, goes by peacefully. You maybe see a Raytheon far off in the distance. Of Valstrax, you see like a red streak in the air going off in some random direction, not in your direction whatsoever. As the first day goes by, you make it 4 squares. Doop. Second day, Gerathor. Oh shit. This one hurts to like roll around in my hands, but I can't help but do it. Alright. Second day. Quite peaceful.
I ask if this thing is powered by the wind or is it powered by like some other thing, like that propels it forward.
Sure. The Soratorium itself is just powered for the most part by a special compound to allow the Zeppelin itself to float. Soratorium to float itself within the large balloon it has above it, followed by using heat and a little bit of magic to power its ability to move forward.
Oh.
Some kind of arcane end.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Definitely some type of, like, very, very smart artificer probably made it. Would be your best guess. And then Gerathor, your final survival one, but almost survival. That one. Here we go. Okay, checking stuff here. Okay, it seemed for the most part. You know what? I need let's go. Who's our normal spotter?
Me.
Roll me a d20. Let's see what the weather's like.
Yes.
6. It is unseasonably hot for the wintertime, so it's actually really nice and comfortable out right now. Though with the wind and the height you're at, it kind of cancels that out. And there's like zero wind other than the wind that you're getting from traveling at a very high rate of speed. So, during your third day of the journey, nothing happened. It's been strangely peaceful. As you have a half a day's journey, let's see if anything happens right before you guys arrive in the North Elday region. At this point, as you're kind of flying over the area, you're kind of seeing the ancestral or the plains fade away into kind of hilly sides that then lead into dark charred mountains. Okay. And as you do, I don't have anything for like error count, but we're gonna click on something. Well, a couple. One, I don't get you. Sure. So as you begin your, not even a descent, but you make your way about your half a day's journey. It's around 2 o'clock or so, as you are then presented with Lucy standing there. Okay, as she looks at you all as you're all like holding on to your robes with your wing drakes, she goes, "Okay, just remember, when you step out, hold on tight with one hand, use the other hand to direct the wing drake as you need it to go. Descend directly below where you're at, and the Tiestra should be somewhere within a mile or two of this location. We're not exactly sure the exact direction. We're putting you directly in the center of the area, and it'll be up to you to determine where to go from there. So, best of luck, and we will see you soon. Well, we'll see you when we return and you return, I guess. But good luck."
Farewell.
As you all take your wing drakes, grab onto them, and descend down as the Soratorium continues its journey towards the desert. As you make your way down, you have a couple thousand feet or so to reach the actual volcanic floor. And about halfway down, you start to get this rotting smell as the wind begins to pick up and kind of just like swirl around the area. It is horrid. Everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Quick question though.
No.
Okay.
Good.
I have the lung thing, the lung ability from my so lets me breathe in every area. I'm not sure if that mattered.
You don't need to then.
Okay.
Okay. You're all fine. You're able to hold in your meal.
I'll put an oxygen tank on as of smelling it.
Yeah, it's a pretty horrid smell. And as you begin, descending your way down slowly but surely, you spy, which is my spotter, which would be Shaseth. You spy the carcass of a just obliterated and eaten, mostly bone creature below you. Can't tell what it is because you're too far away, but you spot where this smell is coming from. It is fairly large.
I'll point it out to everybody, but I'll leave it up to them if they want to go check it out.
Mini Orc will zoom in on it.
New York, I'm going to give me a perception check with Mini. Perception would still be just to see if you can tell what it is, just by looking at it.
He gets advantage because he's Mini Orc.
Okay.
19.
Okay. He sees the carcass of a fish-like creature. It's completely black, where it's not eaten in bone. It looks like a old fish, but about roughly 15 to 20 feet long.
Looks like a blackened Piscean of some kind.
Did any of us recognize it?
From the
Man,
distance
it's
you're
like-
at, no. You get closer to it,
Like
sure.
description.
I don't know if I want to get closer. It stinks.
What are you talking about? It smells like food.
I don't know what kind of food you eat, but
Fish.
that smells like rot to me.
Eh. What do you know about taste?
I send Kahudi down there to go check it out.
Yeah. And when Cootie goes down there, it is 15, 20 feet long, roughly-ish. Completely black. Looks from Kahudi. Are you looking through Kahudi's eyes, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at it, it has... Can you feel through Kahudi as well, or no?
No.
Alright.
Just visual.
Okay, so yeah, Kahudi lands on it. It doesn't seem soft based off the visual of when Kahudi lands. It's hardened. It is... I mean, it looks kind of like hardened rock. The fish does itself. It doesn't have extremely long legs, though you can still see some bones that have been like one leg's completely missing. The other one has bones with like its foot and fin are still on its foot is still intact, but looks like molten rock that's hardened and cool. It's got a very the head does not have there's not really a neck to it as well. It just kind of goes from like body to like fish head.
I suppose we should check to see if there's anything usable on it.
You guys are still
meet you guys down there.
descending currently. Yeah.
Do we alter our course to the carcass? Well, I
Well,
guess I can see it from Kahudi. So would it be? Is there something we can carp from it as we're descending?
Give me a perception check.
Perception. I wouldn't know.
6, you're not really sure. Maybe?
Want me to go down there and take a look since I don't need a wing drake?
Sure.
If you want.
All right. I'll fly over there, keeping a nice, safe distance above ground.
How high of a distance?
Around
gonna-
80 feet. And I'll get lower and more safe, I think the area is.
The closer you get to it, the easier it will be to tell if it's carvable in any way. If you're trying to do a perception, if you want to make a perception check to see if there's any kind of danger nearby at 90 feet, you're more than welcome to do something like that.
I'm also having Mini Orc do the same thing.
Okay.
So I'll just roll for Mini Orc since he'll be doing it since he has longer range.
Yep.
He had a 15.
All right, 15. So 15, I mean, you notice some like holes in the ground here and there. Not very large, maybe 5 feet wide at most in some places that have hardened, and other than that, you don't really see anything that seems dangerous. There's no creatures around. So you are in a volcanic belt, so it's probably be very rare to see anything that's not dangerous. Or at least
All right. I'll fly about 30 feet above the corpse.
give me a nature check.
Nature, go.
Hey, you don't know what this creature is. You have no idea.
It's a rock.
I mean, close upon, look at them. If it weren't bones, it would look like a rock. For sure.
Bones and looks like a rock. It must be an Uragon.
Perfect sense. So, 30 feet up, if you want to give me a perception check to see if you can figure out if there's anything carvable from it, you can. But 30 feet
Yes,
up, it's going to be quite difficult to really tell.
Well, since I think it's an Uragon, I'm going to go down and go just land on it for a second.
Sure, you land on it. It doesn't move. Its entire like belly is completely missing. A leg is missing.
Well, it doesn't bode well, but I'll take a look around.
18? You kind of like, kick at the molten rock, and some of it seems to like kind of like fall off and chip away a little bit, revealing some kind of scales under it. There's definitely a chance, maybe nothing super anything difficult or inside it probably would be hard to get at this point, but there's definitely the chance for something.
Oh, so it is just pretty much rock covering it, right?
In a sense.
All right, I'll get my stonecutter tools and start chipping away at it, waiting for Gerathor to get over here.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna make you do a check for that. Is the rest of the group, after about a couple minutes, arrive down there? Flight has not been eaten, and he's kind of like at this point, like taking a chisel, like chipping away, revealing a small 6 to 8 inch little patch of actual animal. If everybody wants to give me an itch check to see if they know what it is, you can.
I'll give it a shot.
Sure.
5s all around, everyone.
I got a 14.
14, and then Gerathor's a 6. Gerathor, no fucking clue. Mage, I would say you're probably the one who really recognizes it. It looks to be the Lavasioth.
Oh, I knew it.
Firefish.
Firefish.
What about the Iceoth? Where's that?
Beototus.
Jurisnotus.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Jurisnotus. I like
That's what me and my friend
the-
called it.
The snowy off.
First time we saw it, Jurisnotus! Stuck forever.
That's too
Yep.
funny.
So there's some fleshy bits underneath all the rock here.
Get out my surgical carving knife.
So it's carving knife. Go ahead and make me a survival check. Let's see, 22. That would be a success. So,
Can I assume it's not rolling a d20?
you are not rolling a 20 in this case, yeah. We're gonna have you roll. You can roll a d10. There's one of two materials this could be. 1.
Wait.
All right, it's a Lavasioth scale.
Unit damage from lava isn't terrible here.
And unaffected by the extreme heat.
Pretty good.
You don't need a cool drink with that.
I could breathe anywhere, and then if I wore this, I could be able to breathe and swim in lava. That sounds awesome.
I will put it in the community bag.
Flight's trying to become a Gravio. All right, community bag it is. So you arrive here. There is no campsite. There's nothing like that. You have your own tents and stuff like that on you, if you wish to set up a camp. You are in the area.
Look for a safer spot to probably set up a camp, one that they can use for other uses later on.
What's the
Probably
odds
a better
of
idea.
Lavasioth?
13.
13?
Same as the thing we want to kill.
Kill.
Oh, as a side note, I have the ability to, if anyone has any meat, I have the ability to make 2 frozen chilled meats.
Well, I think we're good for now.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me know when you want me to make those up so someone could be resistant to fire or stuff like that.
Just
Like,
acts
bask
as
in the
a
heat
cool
and
drink,
feel
doesn't it?
real comfortable.
What'd you say?
Doesn't it just act as a cool drink and a ration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have all the peppers in the world because someone bought me a ton of peppers for after 1,000 gold.
Well, you know, they're a rare item to find. Besides, I don't even have any gold, so I mean,
As he says that, you look around. There's just hot peppers everywhere. Not really.
Just starts plucking peppers. and
Wrong
we'll run over more
environment.
peppers. All right. So boots in the ground. Where do we head first?
And boots on the ground.
Gerathor.
And as you look around Gerathor, there are just mountain peaks in all directions. You're currently sitting in not necessarily a valley, but in a large, lower open area. As you look around, I mean, there's no signs that you can easily spot of a Tiestra. It's kind of at this point a game of which direction do we want to go? Where do we want to set camp up so we can have our artisan cook us some goddamn food? I'm hungry.
Want me to scout out an area?
I get the feeling that Teostra is going to be wherever it's hottest. Just a guess. So,
Mhm.
wherever the nearest volcano is, good place to
Hmm.
check.
Do any of the mountains appear to look like active, semi-active, previously active?
There are active like volcanoes in all directions.
What's the most active one? Which one's literally just
The,
gushing?
sure, give me a perception check. Let's see if you can tell by based off smoke.
Do I get
assist him.
advantage because this is Elder Dragon?
No, not for this
It's
specific.
I will
Aw,
assist
it's a
him, though.
wisdom thing.
He'll
Okay,
assist
I'll
you
do
though, as long as you have proficiency in the skill.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 18. Looking around, you see two. There is one to your or almost direct north, got a pretty heavy pillow of smoke. And you have one to your west that is farther away, so the smoke seems smaller, but you know the distance. You aren't able to tell exactly which one seems to be the biggest. But you have one that's a little bit farther away that has a large pillar of smoke, but not as big as the one you can see that seems close to your north.
Do we still
Are
have the
they
wing
both
drakes?
to the north, or what was the other one?
No, the winged drakes have blown off.
Except for mine.
Back to the Soratorium, except for yours.
I didn't catch the direction of both. I heard
Well,
one
west.
to the
West is farther, and north is the closer one.
north. Do we want to just try north since it's closer?
Oh, sure. Swing around.
Alright.
We're going to be here for a while.
Definitely
Yep, I'll keep a scout. I'll keep a lookout for anything else of importance. The same with Mini Orc.
okay.
Because whatever ripped this thing's leg off, it can't be that far away.
I mean, this thing, based on how cool it is, it could have been the amount of bones. It's probably been dead for a little while.
So I'll take to the air, waiting for whichever roll Gerathor has to make next.
Sure, I'll find my fucking yes.
I was gonna ask Flight. On my armor, do I still have the boots of flying?
Did you ask for it? Because I can give them to you if you want.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd figure it'd be useful in general.
All right. You have the boots of flying again.
I'm going to go up maybe 60 feet on the wing drake.
Okay.
Just keep an eye out.
Looks out at Gerathor. Why can't you fly, Gerathor?
I flip him off.
All right.
You wooed me so.
I like this little Magna Ghost prism I have.
Where's that?
I make sure to square Yellow Boy with me.
A little bit more monster here.
We must hunt.
I want to cast a nuke.
Yeah,
Use the 9th level spell, Fish.
I summoned bigger fish.
It summons a small golden fish out wherever I want.
All right, your uvula.
okay.
I used to cast a wish to fish out a golden fish.
So we're now looking for the Tiestra's lair, and then from there, once you find like its territory, we'll go from there. So Gerathor, if you would please give me a survival check as you're heading which way, to the north or to the west?
North.
All right, to the north.
Am I still rolling normal or advantage because it's still looking for
You're looking for it, so you have advantage.
I should mention my secondary trinket is resistance to lightning and thunder.
I'm blight proof.
I don't know.
30.
I've been sitting here waiting for the survival. I didn't realize it even rolled. All right. So cool.
All right, my turn.
Yep, as you begin making your way to the north with a stealth and perception of all criticals.
Yeah. I was like, that flight was too slow. I must go.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But as you begin making your way to the north, kind of winding yourself around the canyon, just, keep an eye on for the one person who can't fly of the group, Gerathor. You gotta be careful and cautious. You do happen to notice as you fly through one section, you see a space where there seems to be multiple cave entrances on either side of the valley, on either the east or west side of it. Looking about with mini orc, you do happen to notice some, with mini orcs like zoomed in eagle vision, some footprints, multiple footprints, roughly with a 27, about 7 different sets.
Humanoid or monster looking?
Humanoid.
I'll give a signal to my party using the usual means of reflective surface. Because that worked out so well last time.
Trying to with a mirror.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's actually a lantern I have, but yeah.
Okay. So you're getting a notification from Flight that he has found something. You assume below him, as the rest of the group is kind of following along, so you can see him up in the sky, about 300 feet away.
I'll flap down and make sure Gerathor noticed.
Yep. So do you travel down to him and say something? What do you do?
I'll stay near the ground. Well, actually, just hop on the ground and send the wing drake up.
Okay.
You're just a Looney Tune character, Gerathor. You
Just
jump up.
like a big old pogo stick.
Boom, boom. It's not obvious whatsoever. Obvious.
No.
And we're having a casual conversation as we're doing this too.
What do you
Got,
guys think about
3
doing?
words.
So, what do you guys do? Flight's currently above the area where he's at. The rest of you, Shaseth's flown down to Gerathor. What's the plan?
I guess we go and check out what Flight found.
Okay. Are you guys being cautious and careful? Or are you just fucking walking in?
When are we ever cautious?
I'm straight bounding.
Well, I was being cautious and careful with that high stealth, so.
All right, so cautious and careful is Flight. Mage, are you being cautious and careful?
Traveling with the group, so
No.
I'm walking in with them.
Okay, don't know. All
I
right.
think we're mostly flying.
So I'm playing Batman over here, and everybody else is just playing Rocket Bands.
Yeah. All right. You arrive into the space. The loud superhero thud as Gerathor lands on the ground. There are caves on either side. There's 2 caves. One to your left, one to your right. There are footprints throughout this area.
How big are the footprints?
Humanoid size.
Regular humanoid?
Yeah.
Normal?
Some a
Medium?
little bit smaller than others. But pretty average.
Are they going into both caves or just one?
It seems to, yeah, I mean, you kind of see cross traffic. Like they've gone into one and other back.
So there's a traffic both ways?
Correct.
I would like
Hey,
to quickly switch to my secondary trinket, which is my secondary dark vision trinket, to maintain 120 feet of dark vision and have a look into these caves.
Sure. You look into the caves. Which one are you looking to first? Left or right?
D2, left 1.
Left one first. Okay. 1. So yeah. Left.
Yeah, left.
All right. So as you look into the left, you don't see anything because as the cave kind of goes in about 15 or so feet and then curves off into a little bit more of a leftward direction. But you do happen to hear voices like muffled voices. You can't make out what they're saying, but you can hear voice.
I'm thinking we can go left. I'll cast alarm as a ritual on the right side. So that way, if something does enter or exit out of this side, we'll know.
Why not just send Kahootie down?
Does Kahootie have a dark vision?
You can hear through him though, can't you?
I don't know if Kahootie does or not. It's an
Yeah,
owl, right?
Kahootie has dark vision. Yeah, 120 feet.
Okay.
Can I summon that broken familiar, the flying cat?
Give me a stealth check, Kahootie.
Kahootie stealth.
If I hear voices, I'm gonna flip back to my other trinket.
Oh wow, he is fumbling in that.
Yeah, so as Kahootie goes flying in.
So maybe Teostra.
So yeah, it goes flying in, just carefully, cautiously. As you're looking through its eyes, you can see it go about that 15 feet, make a curve, and it only curves slightly before continuing straight ahead for another about 15 or so feet. And as it does, it comes to it sees a bright light at a part of this cave around the corner, and enters into a well lit area. It's about a 20-foot or so spherical cave. It sees multiple people in robes, and as it doesn't get much more chance to do that, as it is then shot. You hear a loud gunshot ring out from the entrance of the cave as Kahootie just is going to make a roll against Kahootie.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Where might be?
He's 11.
Here you are. I'm going to say heavy crossbow, but it's a heavy bow. 14. Kahootie hoofs.
Well, how much health did it have?
1.
Right.
I knew Kahootie was gone. It did more than 3 damage. Kahootie was gone. Yes, Kahootie. So you see that, you hear the gun, you all hear the gunfire, and that is all you really Kahootie had a chance to make out before vanishing.
As I go, well, that's rude. I shot my owl.
What do you see?
People in robes. Anything after that shortly after that was a crossbow bolt or a heavy bowgun shot.
They seem familiar at all, or
He saw the end of a barrel of a gun.
I don't know. Do I use Kahootie's passive perception was 13.
Kahootie, I mean, there was more stuff Kahootie potentially could have seen, but literally it came around the corner. The fluttering was echoing through the cavern, so it just got shot before it really had a chance to get a look. Otherwise, there was probably a bit more for it to see. You just don't know what.
I'll put my armor now.
I mean, did it look like Talon Society robes that you think of?
They were black robes.
Just enough to see robes and a color. But
You know
if
what?
they shoot an owl on sight, I'm pretty sure they're not exactly the nicest bunch.
I have a great idea. I'm gonna load the Kinsect. I'm gonna bound into the cave at low altitude and just shoot the Kinsect as I appear around the corner.
Well, they might not be hostile. They might just be twitchy.
That's why I'm using the Kinsect.
Can you see through it?
No, I can see perfectly fine. But the Kinsect's not gonna obliterate someone.
It might be construed as hostile.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to fight.
I do want to do this though on the right side as a ritual, as everyone's discussing what to do. And I'm gonna do it on the entrance of the cave.
All right, so it's been a minute. Or is it 10 minutes? Isn't it 10 minutes when you do a ritual version of it?
Yeah. So during that time.
You're gonna spend 10 minutes sitting outside.
Yeah.
Well, we could just watch the cave.
Well, I figured we'd all gonna end up going on the left side.
Would you have it head in first?
If they come up to meet us, that's just as well.
Well, I'm
So I'll stay here
stretching out
doing
my
that.
quads.
And then if I hear something, I'll abandon the spell and then head in.
All right, we're going. I'm keeping low altitude.
Low altitude. It's like a cave that it's like 10 feet tall that then eventually leads into like a 20-foot tall cave. Low altitude.
I can bound 5 feet high.
Presentation is everything.
As he bunny hops his
No,
ass
that's-
into there.
Food? Food? Deagle bee hop?
Oh,
I thought I was
man.
the bird here.
I'll roll my eyes and walk after him.
I will also walk after him.
No, if you said the
Wait.
cave like 15 feet in with
It's
only
15
what,
and
like
then
10 feet outside of it. Yeah,
And then
I
curves
could
around.
bound one go straight to
Flight,
the
stay
end
with Mage.
to where it
All right,
turns,
I'll stay
and then I
here.
wanted to just blindly shoot the insect.
So it curves and goes straight again before, like, so there would definitely not
okay.
be, yeah, so it's definitely, it
I thought you
would
meant
be,
it was like
it
more
would
of
be
like a
2.
sharp. Okay, that's fine. I'm still
Yeah, just-
like bunny hopping in there.
okay. And so you bunny
Can
hop your 15
artificers
feet.
cast rituals?
Yes, I believe they have casting.
I think
Since-
wizards are the ones that have ritual casting.
Since Flight has this spell, can he help me cast it to turn it down to 5 minutes instead of 10?
No.
All right.
Fine. I use an old ass. I need a cave map. Second. Got some weird ass caves from forever ago. Great. I have a great spot for this fucking spot where you guys are at.
Hey, Mage. Next time we'll just bring some wire so people can not get past it so easily.
Barbed wire.
Word wire.
Because that'll stop a wyvern.
It's
Depends
mainly
on
to
the
see if
ghost.
we do get in trouble. We know if people are going to come from behind.
Be unblurry. It's like the most blurry thing ever. Yes. I don't know why it's. You can do it. Unblurry. Oh,
You should try this technique
Got
with
it.
your insect glaive.
You gotta imagine how awkward that is to film that.
from this one. Make it bigger.
Hard to tell what's
Jeez.
real and what isn't, right? Like, I
For
don't
what?
know if they actually did that. Because I feel like that would be believable.
We're using that. It's good enough for the situation. Drag you guys over. Okay, so I guess in this case, so
Probably.
Gerathor, you jump forward your 15 feet. Everybody else just kind of continues to walk behind him. You guys, are you being
I have
stealthy or
Wyvern
not?
Mage.
And are
I
you
will-
spending the 10 minutes to cast alarm, just to clarify, or no?
Well, I'm staying back to do that, and then if I hear, the sound of fighting, I'm going to abandon it and then
Okay.
enter the tunnel.
Yeah, it's roughly about 60 feet, to the, no, roughly about like 30, 40 feet or so to wherever that large entrance section was at.
Yeah, I'm just covering the right side, the right tunnel,
Okay.
the unknown tunnel.
So, Gerathor, you dive your 15 feet, Shaseth and Flight following up behind you, Flight possibly flying, the 5 feet above the ground. You make it to the first little slight curve. You can see kind of a slight glow of a light.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
So you jump your 15 feet, then the area kind of curves to the left and then straightens out again. You can see a slight glow from the light that was within the large area that Mage mentioned already.
Yeah,
You guys just keep going. Yeah.
I assume so.
Okay.
Yeah. Just walk normally.
Room doesn't seem like an altar room or anything, does it?
He only had a second to look and see the black cloaks, and that was it. Really, there was no time for anything else.
Okay.
You guys. I have a character here that I don't actually have a.
I mean,
Stat
what are the
block.
odds? What are the odds it's Town Society again?
So, as you come around the corner, you guys just continue to walk forward. You hear, "Hey, I hear something else coming."
I'm gonna do a quick whisper in Gerathor's ear, like, "Hey, there's a knock that I learned from the Town Society guy back in the old town. Let me try that."
Okay. While he does that, I'm going to be right back for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna try that Town Society knock.
On what?
The wall. There's just stone everywhere.
You hear him. So you start knocking. You hear that knocking? Yeah, I hear that knocking. What the fuck is going on? Someone there?
Ahoy, people!
I think it's time for you to go.
We're just wondering what you're doing in here.
Nothing. As you with being the spotter, Shaseth, you hear some chanting like subtly in the background behind them, different voice.
Like a spell casting, or
Give me an Arcana check.
better than I thought.
It doesn't sound like spell casting necessarily. Sounds maybe a bit more religious.
Are we interrupting your religious service?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, you could say that for sure.
To who?
Know your business. Yeah.
Well, that's just making me curious now.
I think it's just time for you to go. You can hear a one shot as they shoot, and because you guys aren't actually seeing each other right now, like they're around a corner inside the place, and you guys are like still that walkway. You just hear a shot and it hits the wall, and you can hear a little like shrapnel.
That's kind of rude.
I mean, I'd say it's kind of rude of you coming in here and interrupting our religious services.
Insight?
Yeah, insight.
Sure.
Nice.
Seems like you might be interrupting his religious services.
As always, I must roll for New York to just prove that he's better at me.
You guys are interrupting. It's rude to be interrupting his religious services.
And then I whispered a Shaseth in the middle of a volcano.
So, Gerathor, when you were away, you missed that they shot a bullet and it hit the wall. You can't. Neither of you guys can see each other. You guys are just kind of communicating within like a 10-foot like space with like you have a straightaway and then it curves off to the right, and they're somewhere over there.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a communication right now. Like, and then Shaseth heard some mumbling in the background behind them. Yeah, I think it's time for you to go.
Well, maybe you can help us. We're looking for a Tailstra in this area.
Yesterday, say it's not here. Yeah, it's
Well,
not
I
here.
figured that. Do you know where it might be?
Nah, not really my concern, but it's not here.
I look at Gerathor. Yeah. What do you want to do?
You already know what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
Doesn't concern you.
I mean, you're in my cave. Anything? Yeah, it concerns us.
What is your religion?
None of your business. Who asked that kind of question?
It is my business. You're in my cave.
This is our cave. Get the fuck out of our cave.
Well, you know how birds are. They get territorial.
Why the fuck you got a bird that can speak like that?
Well, you shot the other one.
Polly wants you to get your butt out of my cave.
I didn't shoot that one. He shot that one. I didn't shoot that one. He shot that one.
Well, one of y'all shot that one.
It wasn't either of us. Yeah.
Then who's
He
got the
shot
gun?
that one.
Was it dog?
I ain't falling for that.
You're right. You're not falling. You're standing.
So, think we've come to agreement. You go find your little fucking Tiestra somewhere. We continue what we're doing. No one gets hurt.
I'm gonna whisper to Gerathor. I was like, I'm gonna turn you invisible. You want to go in there?
Yes.
I cast invisibility on Gerathor, so he can walk around the corner and do what he wants.
All right. Well, does invisibility have a verbal?
I'm using it through my armor.
I'll talk through him, or I'll talk over him. I mean, you're being pretty combative now, pretty aggressive.
I mean, to be fair, you sent some fucking weird ass bird in here. Where you're interrupting our rituals. This is our time. This is our time to spend time with our religion. We traveled here for a long way to do this, and you're just being rude.
It's
Alright,
kind of
insight
far
check
away.
while I'm invisibly walking forward.
Yeah.
Paulie thinks that makes sense.
Gerathor, make me a stealth check, please, for a quietness of your footsteps and whatnot. Okay.
20 and 9, not advantage.
I don't know why you have insight. Insight's not.
I asked to insight check.
Oh, you are interrupting their ritual services.
Yep. Good.
Yes. So as you walk around the corner, you see 3 men, black robes, heavy bow guns out. You can see what looks to be a longsword on their backs. Behind them, you see they have some kind of symbol on their, like an amulet on each of one of them that it has kind of like a swirl, like a black swirl. And then you see 4 more of these people behind, surrounding what looks to be a Lunastra. Having looking for a Tiestra, you know what a Lunastra looks like. Chanting, as the Lunastra is like bound and tied down. They are chanting.
Alright. If I walk back to the group and back up again, are you gonna make me reroll a stealth, or am I gonna
No,
stick
you're
with
still
the
kind of,
three?
you haven't really done anything necessarily, unless you're like talking to like really loudly to everybody, like.
No, I just wanna like walk back, whisper what I see, and be like, "We gotta fucking save the Lunastra," because that's good.
Yeah.
That's some good. That's some good karma.
Paulie don't wanna, but Paulie will do so.
We could use some good karma.
And yeah, I'm gonna go back, and I'm going to try and sneak close
Oh.
enough to one of the chanting ones. and
Would you
ready
tell us
to,
about their
like,
symbol?
attack it. Yes.
It is a black swirling symbol.
Okay. With that, I would probably use one of my mini artificer abilities to just see if I can make a version of what Gerathor thinks it looks like.
Okay, Gerathor, give me an intelligence check. Let's just see how well you can describe it based off memory. Okay, yeah, he describes it fairly well. It's kind of a jagged swirl. Starts at an exact spot on it and then goes to the center point. That way it's shaped exactly the same as the other. I think with 17 that's easy enough with this short of a time frame.
All right, with my armor on, I have it appear on my chest plate.
Okay.
I'm just like I can go talk to him now.
How about this? You told us about the Lunastra, so I'm just gonna shout out in Draconic. Well, was Lunastra able to open its mouth? It looked like.
He kind of just saw it like tied down and whatnot. So maybe, Gerathor, you think?
All right. I'll shout out in Draconic. Hey Lunastra, if you want rescue, make some noise.
Why are you speaking like that? We speak common here. Yeah.
Well, you know what they say. Speaking more than one language indicates intelligence.
You know what they say? You're a dick.
And
Zing. Fucking got him.
Paulie, you just hear from the corner, Paulie laughing off. I'm gonna walk around the corner, laughing, and hold my armor on.
It's a
All right,
fucking
that's-
bird.
that was a good one. I'll bet it. I'll shout out back to Mage. I'll shout him. You might want to get over here, Mage.
Oh god, as with my chest piece exposed with the symbol, I was like, that was great. We're having fun with you guys.
It's a fucking bird. It's a big bird.
Yeah, I'm a big bird.
Looks at the. Oh.
I'm assuming it hasn't been 10 minutes, so I'll just.
It definitely
abandon the
has not.
spell.
Been. It's probably been like 4 or so. Gerathor, you are no longer invisible at this point-ish. You know it's about to wear off, I guess, in this case. It's only lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
So
guess we'll
I
walk
would
up.
say in this case, Gerathor, you would have like, do you try to do something before you turn it? Like, you know it's about to wear off. You know
Yeah,
the
my plan
length of
was
it.
basically just sneak up, sneak back, tell them what to do, sneak up, and basically just like eviscerate one of the dudes that was chanting.
Okay. So as I guess this would be kind of the same point as they're walking up, you hear like, "You're a dick," and then Flight comes walking around, laughing, chuckling, and then you just stab somebody. I would say you're easily enough to get by. I'll pull up this map because this is the map I'm just using for this sake. Bring some PTSD back for you as well, Gerathor.
Oh boy, it's the fucking same map as the what's it called? The Beholder?
No. I wish I would have found that one. That was a great one.
That was the only PTSD I could remember.
It's so traumatic he blocked it out.
Put that one there. Flight here. Gerathor, you're here. I'm gonna put you guys closest to where you kind of roughly would have been, based off the area.
Transition the maps already?
I'm transitioning you over now. I was putting you guys on the map.
That is a blurry map.
That is a Teostra that it looks like it's tempered.
That is a Lunastra, I think you. It's got blue.
That is a Lunastra.
That's what I said.
Just
Looks like it's
on fire.
tempered.
Oh god. Nah.
It's very happy.
Guys look so upset.
I was talking about the map.
Yeah, the map. The best map.
There's a story to this map.
There's a story to this map, and it involves a lot of zombies and all sorts of horribleness. It was actually clickers from like Last of Us like zombies, not like normal zombies. It was bad. Bungle zombie. The gut. All right. So, Gerathor, yeah, you can sneak up on this one right here that's chanting and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess you could pick any one of those 4. 2 of them look different than the other 2 in terms. They're all in black robes, but they all have kind of subtle differences. The ones on the north have more of like a kind of like a gold inlay in them.
I'm gonna go for the one at the back. This guy.
Okay. So yeah, and the 3 that have been talking, there was 2 talking to you, but there actually is a 3rd one that hasn't said a single word this entire time as the rest of you come around the corner. The fucking bird. And then stabbed. So go ahead and we're gonna just roll for initiative at this point. I would say everybody's surprised in the first round besides Gerathor.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised at all. I came in there laughing.
Do I get my stab before initiative?
Well, yours is technically the first round of initiative is just
Okay. Okay.
so you get the surprise. This one I have to roll manually because I do not have a stat block for the specific priest on my stuff. Where the fuck did I do? Forms add manually. Boop. Or change this. We've been fucking listening to the town music the entire time.
I haven't heard it at all.
Just had mixed feelings the whole time.
Right. Edit stats and
I like that you can play both at once.
yeah. Okay, just gotta roll initiative for 1. I'm gonna roll it on my cool dice because I can. It has a +0, so it's whatever I roll. It is a really hard to read. It's a 15. Okay, so normally we be mage. Mage isn't surprised. Veteran's not surprised. Everything's not surprised. Gerathor, you get to stab the thing.
Stab. Advantage stab.
It's a fucking bird. Blech. All right, first strike against it. You, as the chanting stops temporarily. The Lunastra does not move, by the way. It seems to be unconscious. And as you stab it in the back, and there's just a spear stabbed through it. And it just like tries to like, it just, what does it do? It pulls out, or it tries to like reach behind it and like touch you, Gerathor, the person that you have stabbed. It is still your turn.
Right, thrust deeper.
You twist.
Twist and shout.
16, not advantage.
That is still a hit. 21. It is looking quite bloody as you twist. You pull the insect glaive back out, and it's just blood pooling down. So, anything else for your turn, Gerathor?
Don't think so. No. Oh, actually, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Light him up.
All right. Whole initiative goes through. Like, you lying sacks of shit. What the fuck? As
What? I'm still definitely a bird.
and they
He
just
is a
kind of
bird.
point to the symbol on his chest. Mage, it's your turn.
Where do I have to be in order for me to see them? Because I know you said the cave turns
So-
in like an L, but
So it's only 40 feet, so it would be like... So roughly around this round here or so. So you can, you can make it in one turn.
okay, so I'll just put it like 30 feet, right?
Yeah, just move yourself up 30 feet and we'll assume you just make skates.
30 feet.
Right.
And I guess I'll just target the one in the back, and I'll cast Eldritch Blast, and he'll just take it all
This one here.
right there. This one.
That one, I got you. Okay. Ooh. So a 14, 13 both miss, but this 27 does hit. Roll their
That's all that matters.
It's a lot of damage.
38.
And he gets just, he dodges the first, he's like, oh! As he just gets hit, and like a chunk of his chest is just missing. Like, fuck! What the hell? As he is still alive, but he is not doing good.
He gets pushed back 10 feet by the force. And that's it.
He kind of like falls to the ground almost. It's now their turn. So the two in the front just start firing. They start blasting.
They started blasting.
They are going to shoot at Mage because Mage just hit their buddy. All right, heavy bow guns. 1, 2. Both the first 2 shots miss. Second shots 1, 2. I hit with 1. 21 Mage. You take 5 points of piercing damage. And then the last one also sits up, just like, and he just chugs a potion. Healing for 50. It's like the hole in his chest just kind of sinews back up. It's still bleeding pretty heavily, but it's reattached itself almost entirely. And he runs around the corner. And these ones go to try to take cover, some way or shape or form. All right. Now it is the person that you just stabbed, Gerathor. And he just kind of like, as you pull out, he like reaches back and like touches your shoulder. 19 Gerathor to hit.
Yes.
All right, as you take 26 points of necrotic damage.
Inflicts wounds.
And the other one interrupts its chant and the voice change to not necessarily like sounds kind of draconic, but different. You are unable to understand it even if you do speak draconic, as I need everybody to please make me a charisma saving throw.
I get plus 10 to these.
17.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, so Shaseth, Mage, and Flight roll for Mini Orc as
Hold
well. All right, all of you, besides Gerathor, are frightened.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
What the fuck is the scary, like, screamy face? kind of move shots is bugging out. So that is going to be its turn. That is for them. The other two are continuing their chanting. But can they do anything while they're chanting? Find out. Yeah, okay. They both conjure.
I
Huh?
and creatures within 10 feet of me cannot be frightened.
Ooh, okay. So Flight,
I fear nothing.
Flight and Shaseth, you were not frightened, but Mage, you're frightened. Haha.
That's okay. Mage doesn't have to go closer.
I can't.
I mean, technically, Flight, you're frightened if as long once he leaves your space. Well, no, you can't be frightened, so you're not frightened. But Mage is frightened. Okay.
Am I immune to this effect that happened? Because I succeeded.
You are not immune to it. No, it can still happen again.
Okay.
So the fanatics, though, in this case, with their chanting, you watch as two weapons appear next to you.
Fucking priests. Clerics.
We'll use Mike's really crappy dagger image. All right. And they are going to make attacks against you. Do I have spiritual weapon just on here? Will it work? Let's find out. Ah! First one crit. 14 on the second one, so second one misses. It was cast. Level. They take 9 points of force damage as they use their action to continue the chant. All right, it is now Gerathor's turn. You are surrounded by two spiritual weapons and a person that has touched you.
Well, I think this calls for enough of it. I am going to use my bonus action to consume a power juice.
Okay.
To haste myself.
Which one am I frightened of?
This one.
Okay.
I am going to use my hasted action to... actually, I'll just use it as an attack.
Okay.
So I will attack the one in front of me.
$27 hits for 24. Okay. It is bloody.
Not looking-
It is injured. It is still alive.
Alright, attack action. One more.
14 is a hit.
Alright.
So yeah, as it goes, it like reaches for you, and you start to feel it like through your shoulders, start to see through that necrotic energy, and you just stab into it through its heart, as it then just slips from your shoulders, falls to the ground.
Alrighty. Bing bang boogity boom. Running all the way over here.
Okay.
And use my last part of my attack action to strike this one.
Okay, 16 is a hit. Yeah! It is bloodied, but still alive. And he still maintains concentration on the ritual.
Surprising.
Okay, Gerathor, your turn ends. Shaseth, you are up.
I sigh. I unlimber a greatsword.
Huh?
I walk forward 40.
Mhm.
And use my bonus action. I jump in the air and use a bonus action. Well, I jump in the air as if to do a jumping attack.
Yeah.
And use my bonus action and Misty Step right here.
Ah, rude.
And come down on him.
Okay.
Let's see. Charge swing. Crit.
He's not alive anymore.
Are you gonna smite him or no?
Sure, why not? Level 1 smite.
Okay.
Concentrate on this.
And roll. That's a lot of dice.
All right.
One of them was a 1.
Haha, scrub. Only 73 points of damage as you slice him in half.
I sigh. And then I can't move any further, so I'm just gonna chuck my greatsword at the one Gerathor fought.
Okay. It will be improvised, so just a normal strength roll. Not a save, because you're proficient with the save.
Sorry, apologies. Even better.
Fucking course it was. All right. So yeah, you swing it. Go ahead and roll a. I guess it would be technically it would be a D4 plus your strength, which is more than enough to wipe that one out as well. As he just kind of stands like, oh, I'm bloody, and then from the side just gets impaled by the great sword and just like slinks and slides down it onto the ground.
Makes that little door stopper noise.
Yeah.
Just
Perfect. All right.
Just reduces the first one to atoms and fucking impales the second one.
Yeah, right. It's sliced in half, and then the explosion of the divine smite just obliterates him.
That guy.
All right.
I'm sorry, like I can see this guy still, right?
Yes, you can. He is within range because this would be the like cave wall, and you can
Is
see
that the
him.
guy who wasn't talking?
No, the guy who wasn't talking is on over here. The guy who was talking, is like, it's a fucking bird. Is this guy here that's is fairly heavily bloodied already?
Okay, I'll see
And
this
drink the
guy.
potion.
All right. First shot at this one over here.
Yep.
Fire.
24 is
24?
a hit for 9.
9 damage.
All right, he is still alive because he did chug that potion.
Second shot.
That is more than enough. Killed by a fucking bird as he falls back.
As the last words goes, I'm not just any bird. I am the bird.
He can't hear you. He's dead.
I heal him.
All right, Flight, as your turn comes to an end then.
Oh, I got more things to do.
Flight, as your turn continues.
I wanted to use Mini Orc's ability to give this one fairy to cast Fairy Fire on him.
Okay.
Using my saves, so he makes the save.
Which is, what's the DC?
16.
Dex. Nailed it.
All right, he's red, white, and blue.
sparkle, sparkle.
I call it to everyone. Hey, why don't you grab one of these guys alive so I can question them?
I will try.
Okay.
My
As I stare
priority is
down
saving
at this one
Sinatra.
over there. My turn's over.
He stares back at you. Mage, you are now up.
I'm gonna target the source of my fear, and I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
But with my Gatling Eldritch Blast, I'm gonna quicken a bonus action to also cast it.
Right, he's gonna have a slight cover just because of Gerathor.
I have Spell Sniper, so it ignores any
Ignores it.
form of
You're good
cover.
then.
I think these are all at disadvantage, right? Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so what is this Gatling Eldritch? Just so I know, because did you fire 6 of them?
Eldritch Blast by default action is 3 at level 11, and I'm bonus actioning another Eldritch Blast
Gotcha.
to do another 3.
Okay, so all of those hit. All of
Even
them.
the
hit.
12?
Even the 10.
Oh.
Then each one also pushes him back 10 feet as he gets hit.
Into a wall you go.
Wow. So, that last shot is the one that kills him. He had 1 HP from the shot before, and then the last shot. So he gets knocked back into the wall, and then he's just smashing the wall constantly until it just stops, and he's just holes through his whole body. He just. Mage, you are no longer frightened.
As I move forward 30 feet. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
That's my turn.
You killed my friend. I'm gonna kill you. As he
Killed my owl.
He's looking at flight though. so he fires twice at flight. 1, 2. Yeah, revenge crit. You take 10 points of piercing damage, flight.
So as he hits me, I'm looking at him with even this critical. I'm like, Paulie didn't feel it.
And then he just run forward, throws the heavy bowgun aside, pulls out the long sword, and menacingly looks at you until his next turn.
So is Mini Orc doing the concentration?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's the best part.
They're dead. They're dead. Gerathor.
In the blink of an eye, I stand behind this guy.
I look at him. It's like, hey, you should look behind you.
Yeah, so he's got the sword like getting ready to pull it out. What do you mean? And then he turns, and that's when you stab him.
Hold on. With advantage, I'm gonna use a aerial assault as I like dash behind him, just for the fun of it.
Right, 24 just barely hits. 43, he is bloody. He's like, it's more of, I'm not gonna fall for that. Another fucking glaive through his chest. He's still alive, but bloodied.
Twist it.
Yeah. 23. And then twist and pull out, and he just slumps to the ground.
As he falls to the ground, he gets again. Paulie saw you die.
He doesn't hear it because he's dead before he hits the ground.
Because I have a billion movement.
Please catch that one.
It's like a Pokemon.
And he just smiles at you. Oh, he didn't actually attack last round. I'm gonna give him an attack before Gerathor gets there. He would shoot at Mage. Still hasn't said a single word. 1, 2. Nailed it. All right, now it is Shaseth's turn.
I think
Gerathor was finishing up his attack.
Oh, Gerathor was. My apologies. I thought you have a hasted attack. Continue, Gerathor.
Yeah, I do. I gotta change this off. Advantage.
That hits. All right. All right, now it's Shaseth's turn.
I think Gerathor's got this handled, so I'll go and collect my greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
And, clean it off. Then I'll start. I will put 5 points of lay in hands into the Lanastra.
Okay.
Does it wake up?
It does not wake up. It seems to be sleeping.
Hey, Gerathor, are you able to catch him?
I'm gonna try.
All right, I want to go check on the Lunostra, see how it's doing.
I'm gonna get my knife out and start cutting away the bonds.
Okay, use your action. So that's like your next turn.
Yeah.
All right, flight.
I look back at the guy as free talk action. You're gonna be my new Pokemon.
I want to come up here to the chains and start examining the chains.
Okay. Yeah, the veteran, he just smiles as he's like getting ready to toss the heavy bowgun away and pull out the long sword. As flight, you're going to give me an investigation check if you want to inspect the chains.
Yes.
And for 17, they seem to be heavy metal chains. Definitely have a heavy amount of weight to them. They are pitted into the ground, and there are multiple rows.
Watch us leave the only mute guy alive.
He hasn't said a single word this entire time.
No, a mute guy is fine too. That just means that he gets to have to do the long torture of mental trauma.
So that is what you see, flight.
All right, Mage.
So
I call you. I'm calling you. Like, hey, you want to come over here? Waiting for you to get over here as Gerathor does his thing.
Yeah, Mage, your turn.
that's 30. So what's going on?
I asked for your help over here. With these chains.
I'll try to. Can I shoot them with Eldritch Blast?
Oh no, I don't need to break them. I want to make sure what they are. Like if they're holding on an Elder Drag, I want to have some for myself.
Here's, I'll just dash the other 30.
Okay.
Womp. That's action.
Okay. So, veteran's turn. He throws down the heavy bowgun, and as he reaches for his longsword, he reaches down and grabs some dirt and throws it at your face, Gerathor. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Pocket sand.
Pocket save.
Sure.
21. You close your eyes, and as he thinks he has you blinded, he runs.
Literally after imaged. And I will stab him.
Yes, the haste. You just see it in slow motion. Just dodge. Damn.
No, I think I missed.
That is a miss. As he.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
That is his turn. Gerathor.
So I'm gonna run to here. And then legitimately just
Slice through him as you're going.
just circle around him.
Uh-huh.
And then dash through him. just proving that he can't get away.
Form the technique I showed you.
I don't know what technique that is.
25. He is still alive. As he sees you, he stops and reset, but you stab through him. He is still
Second
alive,
hit.
though. And he goes to block
just
it with the
ignore the-
sword. And he does. He parries the second attack.
Third hit. Actually, no. Third one, I'm gonna try and tranquil him.
You're gonna
Does
what?
that work?
No. It has,
Can I
to, have a,
trank- can I
has to
trank him?
have a capture table for a trank bomb to work.
Nah.
So then all you gotta do is
Alright, I'll
grapple
just do
him.
I was just gonna do non-lethal.
Okay.
Just blunt him. Oh no.
13. No, yeah. He blocks the one. And as you swing again, he blocks again. And you just see him smiling. And as he does, you see there's no tongue.
I have ways to make someone with no tongue talk.
Don't worry about it, Gerathor. I can make prosthetics.
All right. So it's Gerathor's turn in. Shaseth, you are investigating the currently sleeping Lunastra.
I'll start cutting off the bonds and wraps around it if I can. I'm assuming they're leather, not chain.
No, they're like heavy chain. Like it's rows upon rows to keep this elder dragon tied down during this ritual. The
I
thing
have
you do
metal
happen to
pieces,
notice
yeah.
as you're kind of walking and inspecting it is there does seem to be that same kind of spiral circle underneath the Lunastra, like etched out in the, not necessarily the rock, but in like the dirt and stuff like that.
I will use my great sword to scuff it out.
You hear as the entire cavern shakes of the loudest roar of a dragon you have ever heard, and it just vanishes. The Lunastra's still there, but the noise vanishes.
Well, that was ominous.
Hey, Mage, do you know what the symbol is anyways?
I can try to look.
I turn around so you can see my chest plate because that's what I got a copy of.
Give me Mage, on your turn. You can give me a religion check, but until then, it is now. Well, I guess Shaseth, what? You actually kind of scuffed out the marking as it is now. Light's turn.
All right, for the first time in probably my life, I'm gonna do a medical check on an elder dragon.
Okay, give me a medicine check. 5. It's alive.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
not dead, and it's sleeping.
Good news, Shaseth. It's not dead.
I figured.
Man, what's take Gerathor so long to get that guy?
It's been 12
Hey, my turn.
seconds.
Yeah, I know.
I'm normally done in 6, let's be honest.
I had my turn.
Mage, it is now your turn. So if you want to figure out what the symbol is, you can give me a religion check.
No idea.
You do not recall this one. But, arcane archers are more your thing. All right, veteran's
Do you
turn.
want me to do a non-lethal? Oh, that's gonna be my action.
That would be your action to do the religion on that case.
Okay.
So, the veteran, seeing there's no escape, he's going to just kill you, Gerathor.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Longsword. Stab. Stab. And then, unexpectedly, a third stab.
So 1 hits.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, he's not even in range.
Now he stabs you.
No,
Yeah.
It's two-handed, so it is 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And he prepares himself for your counterattack.
Just punch him in the face.
Now just bunt him in the face.
It's your turn, Gerathor.
Non-lethal.
31.
Yes,
The most
a
non-lethal.
crit.
and he's all sitting there smug, like there's no wiki information on him. You can punch him right in the nose.
So it's one of those things where, you came behind him last time, Gerathor, so he's ready watching you in front, and then you watch him just for some reason turn around to block an attack from behind him, and you're still just in front of him, so you just hit him in the back of the head. As he falls unconscious. And the battle comes to a close. All right.
Hey, as I'm sitting here with the with the Lunastra, I'm like collecting some of that powder that spreads everywhere and putting it in a jar. I was like, what if I ever get a chance to do this again? Yeah, that much.
So
Welcome back.
So, Flight, you're trying to take the Lunastra blood?
No, I'm getting its scales and stuff that
Scales.
spreads around the battlefield and highly explosive, yada yada yada.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
collect...
like it's covered in it. I'm just like gonna shovel that stuff into a jar and just put it in the bag of holding.
Okay, give me a...
Is it a tool? Grooming tools?
Did you say grooming tools?
Yes, a tool I just made up out of nowhere. Hairbrush, go.
It involves being careful is more of what I'm thinking about here.
All right.
I'm trying to think of what that would be for a skill. I feel like sleight of hand makes sense for cautious and careful. Survival could work.
I will do sleight of hand if that's fine.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Anybody else have any other suggestions for trying to gather dust off a Lunastra that's sleeping?
I use a vacuum
Probably
cleaner.
just slight.
That'd be a fuel, or would be a flower explosion.
It's great. If you want to do sleight of hand works. I can't think of anything else that would work besides those two.
Hey, Mage, you have precipitation? Use it for magical vacuum. We'll just fill the whole jar up.
That's not how it works.
Okay.
Have gust.
24. You are able to carefully, without anybody else for some reason noticing you're doing this, other than like you're asking some weird questions, get some Lunastra dust into a jar and into your bag. You have a jar of
You've lost all our
Lunastra
cameras, by the
dust.
way.
I will note the cameras are still down on the
Oh,
stream.
I didn't realize Discord crashed at some point. I missed it completely.
I got a jar of explosives.
Oh my god. See my bad, guys.
No Gerathor.
Stop being me.
Okay. So Lunastra's currently sleeping.
All right.
Chained up. What do you
I
do?
get rid of the chains, but what are we gonna do about it if she wakes up angry?
Well, that's why I'm here.
All right. Well, I'll start working on the chains because they're pitting to the ground. It's gonna take a lot of strength, which
Definitely is.
I'll do it.
I've also got 19 strength, so we all can work together.
I will use the insect glaive as a lever action.
And I use mold earth.
Well, then at that point, the pins don't even matter.
That's true.
Yeah, we watch all of you guys on the other side. Mage on the other side just.
Yeah, the pins just fall right out. All right, so I'm gonna just take the chains, and the pins be like, well, the stuff combined in an Elder Dragon apparently, so we should probably keep them.
Oh man.
Are they magical? I'm gonna take a look.
Like magic, they are not magical.
I'm not using detect magical. I'm actually just gonna look over them.
You look over them. They look like chains and pittons. Very long
Okay.
and thick, but and heavy.
All right.
I guess I'll try to medicine check.
I'll give you a hand. So, oh wait, no, I can't.
I guess technically the pittons. Hold on a second. So I mean, you're undone the pittons. Have you removed the chains from Lunastra yet, or are they still just kind of like dangling?
unbinding.
So as you unbind is when she wakes
One
up,
pot
as
at a
she
time.
is shaken awake.
Oh, if that works.
Yeah, one pot at a time.
I'll
She-
quickly say in Draconic, hope you want to be rescued.
You,
And I immediately back away. As soon as I see her start moving, I was like,
She
nope.
starts to shake. Dust just expands out in all directions as she starts to like shake and she looks at you. How dare you capture me?
I did not. I unbound you.
Still kind of sleepily waking up.
I also point to all the other corpses and the robes and stuff. They captured you.
You look. You kind of get memory back. Fine. Then I'll let you live. Get out
very
of
kind of
my. Get out.
This is your house?
Looks around like. Yeah.
Well,
Leave with your lives. Don't return.
alright. You mind if we bring corpses with us, or are you gonna keep those?
She looked. You may have 3.
Let's grab, 3 clerics, you think?
No, the 2 clerics, she's probably counting the guy who's asleep as a corpse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe she wants a little revenge. You can't talk to us anyway.
Oh,
Yes, he
Oh.
can. Give me a little time.
Oh, fine. One of each kind of cleric and the sleeping guy, then?
Yeah.
Pick quickly.
well, I want to.
Miss,
Pick.
you have a mate.
Yep,
She
yep,
just
keep-
stares at you like, how dare you?
Are you offering?
Offering what?
You are too small.
Not me.
That's a rebuttable problem, though.
Do you know, is there a... I suppose we've been looking for a Teostra to ask them a question. Do you know if there's one in the area?
You just start seeing her getting angrier and angrier. The flames start to flicker around like her entirely. Do you continue to push this question? She has not answered, but she looks pissed.
Yes.
Try persuading! As I'm dragging the corpses out with me, if you want to take the corpses with me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to move them. Let's assume you guys move them. So flight leaves.
Yeah, I'm just bringing the corpses out, keep it on the corner.
When it comes to the guy who's passed out, I want to kind of wake him up.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
And
he's
is
knocked
that
out
good?
for who knows how long. You don't, unless you give him a potion or heal him somewhere.
He's prestidigitation, like smelling salts.
No, it's unconscious. You don't. He's at 0 HP. He does not wake up until he has at least 1 HP.
Okay, I'll just cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay. I mean, he's stable already.
Oh, yeah, then I'll just, whatever. Potion it, wake him up. Whatever wakes him up.
You gotta give him
I'll
some
give
way. You have to heal him in some way.
I'll give him 1 point later. But I'll just
Yeah. Well, I want to
wait.
give him a potion just to wake him up, so that way I want to tell him telepathically. As I hold him up, you can cooperate with us, and tell us what you know, and you can leave with us, or as I move his head towards Lunestra, or I can leave you with this, and she can do whatever she wants. Choice is yours.
You just see him smile at you and give no response.
Okay. As I walk away.
I will look at the flame in the heat and just sigh. And I guess, if that's how you want to treat someone that helped you, the Valstrax was much more helpful, but I guess I'll go. I'll make it as a off remark, like comparing the Valstrax is better as a perception check, or not persuasion.
I'll give you a +4.
Trying to persuade.
I rolled a 3.
I could assist.
No,
The die is cast.
Yeah. Well, as I'm walking away, I'll say that.
I don't know how I want to really to respond to this in this case. Like the wording, I guess, is more of it. And she looks at you. The flame, the as you say that, the flames flicker about the same. Like it doesn't seem to anger her, but then you just see like a thought like pop into her head. As kind of as you're like looking at her and kind of trying to catch anything that might give you some kind of clue. You just hear her say, "I'll kill him myself."
Kill who?
She doesn't seem to be paying attention to you anymore. That son of a bitch. She starts like stomping. She sees the one guy who's just kind of like trying to make himself not so obvious, and then just bites him as she walks by and just throws him against the wall. And just as she's getting ready to leave the cave.
Oh. I guess we're walking in the same direction, so I couldn't help but overhear that you're quite angry with someone else. We could help with that. I'll try another persuasion check.
Yeah, let's see if you can get her attention. Because right now she isn't focusing on shit.
That's much better.
I'm gonna give you a +4 since you're walking the way I am, and I'm like, yo, God, back against the wall.
Yeah, she's like, shh, like bumps into you. A little explosion appears next to you. The rocks crumble. Doesn't hit you.
Oh God. Yeah, you have a 30.
Yeah.
She looks at you. You're too small to help.
I mean, I hit harder than I look. Yes, what was it, a week ago? I took down a Gammoth.
That's not that impressive.
Also, Rojang, not too earlier before that. Sizes
We
and
did.
everything.
We did seal away that big old black Legiacris too.
Yeah, that was scary.
We also took down a Namiel.
As she walks, you see her. She like kind of flinches, and you see like the pain in the eye as one eye closes, as you see like a large wound on one of her legs, her front legs.
You want some healing for that?
Looking at how bad it is, and like kind of getting like kind of an eye over the rest of her body where it's just been mostly cauterized from her feet. She looks pretty severely wounded.
Yeah. You aren't in any condition to go fighting, I think. Why don't you let me help you a bit?
Who are you to say that? I am fine. Just fucking slumps.
Are you sure about that?
And still kill that fucking traitor.
I take it was someone you know betrayed you.
Say that.
Well, why don't we talk about it? We don't have much. We're kind of at a loss to find this Tailster we're looking for, and
The flames flicker even bigger.
I take it that might be who you're looking for.
Just gives you just the most pissed off like face you've seen from someone that hasn't eaten you.
Yet.
Hell have no wrath like a woman scorned.
I believe we have similar goals in this case. I'll roll another persuasion check. Yay, another 26.
And I think as you say that, she like kind of falls to the ground, just in pain. The rage only goes so far. Fine. I'll tell you where he is.
Excellent. I'll put my hand on her and give her 20 points of health.
She kind of, at least is able to kind of sit up. The wound is mostly closed. It's still there. You kill him. And we'll talk.
How will we find you afterwards?
I'm assuming
Or
here.
will you find us?
This is her home.
I thought she was leaving.
She was leaving she had a purpose.
Okay.
I'll agree to that. We just gotta know where he is.
Step outside.
Yeah, sure.
And she was step outside and look for the largest volcano mountain
No,
the
is
area
it the one to the north or the one to the west?
to the west.
This was north.
West. All right.
He will be sitting at the base. Not at the base, the inside fucking part of the volcano. I can't think of what the damn word is. He's inside the volcano.
The heart or the
Caldera.
The
caldera?
heart. There we go. Part of the volcano. I could not think of the word. Thank you guys. You should
What
find
did he
him
do
there.
to you?
That is not your concern.
I'm just curious.
Well, we got our marching orders. We'll come back.
Curiosity killed the dragon.
Ah, but satisfaction brought him back. Or the cleric. What are the other?
As I have the other guys outside, and you just kind of hear me. Wouldn't Curiosity have made the Dragonborn?
It's facepalm.
No, that's not how it works in this world, son of a bitch. The first
Curiosity, very,
first
very brave person.
The first Dragonborns were humanoids that were gifted boons from the gods, the aspects themselves, for worshipping. They were granted a bit of their power. And then from that point on, further generations have been born. There's still a rare occasion when someone is ascended to a Dragonborn-like status. It's just not very common in this day and age. Lore drop. All right.
Maybe that's what's wrong with Gerathor. He keeps turning into different things.
You don't know that. Only Shaseth knows that.
Mini-Orc sees it too.
That's true. New York does see it.
All right. We got our marching orders. We know where to go. Shall we head that direction?
Sure.
All right.
We still need to find a base camp too.
Well, I'm sure we'll find one near the volcano.
All right. If we get some free time, I'm gonna make this guy a synthetic tongue so we can at least talk. Unless Mage can do telepathy or something like that.
Where's prosthetic limbs in the artificer stuff?
Prosthetic limbs are just a common item, and that's something I'm able to make as part of. 1 second.
I
I'll
don't
bring
know
it up.
a tongue would be a prosthetic common thing.
A limb is, as far as I'm aware, a limb is a limb because even the eyeball is a common. The only eyeball requires an attunement because it's an eye, but every other limb doesn't require attunement.
I think it came from Eberron's, the ability to make prosthetic limbs.
Which is where the Artificer first came from.
Mm-hmm.
Mage, you have charm person ability?
No.
No?
I have my usual flash.
Let me just I'll give charm person a shot in this guy as we're out of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use charm person on him.
I'm trying to think if technically it would still be considered fighting. Because I don't think he really, it's not like he is friendly to you. It isn't like he's not trying to break free.
It's up to you.
I know my systems are going to fail it anyway. It's different.
It's a wisdom.
I mean,
saving
I
throw.
would say yes, because technically you are, I mean, you're not literally in combat with it, but he is not necessarily not trying to break free and stuff like that. So
He's restrained, yeah.
he's restrained, but he's not fighting. So we're going to give him advantage on it. But he doesn't have any bonuses, so it's just a straight D20 on both of them. And he fails it. So, not surprised. So he is charmed by you specifically, Shaseth.
Alright, I'll tell Mage to link us up a bit. As a relay, I guess.
I do so.
Hello, friend. To talk to me, all you have to do is think it. How you doing?
So, yeah, okay. I think in that case, he just kind of thinks, I'm doing okay, I guess. Fucking hurt.
Oh,
Guys,
yeah.
your friend was kind of a dick. As he kind of looks down at his chest, it's like there's a huge asshole.
He's like that, everybody. You get used
I
to
put
it
a
after
bandit
while.
on it.
But now in this case, Mage, you have to relay what he says, correct? You can't, like, Shaseth cannot hear him.
Yeah,
We can do mind to mind, I think, right?
it's through me.
Yeah.
You guys, he can hear you obviously because you're talking out loud.
Right.
But everything he's thinking out loud as he's trying to communicate, I have to basically telepathically communicate to you.
Okay, so you are telepathically linked. Okay, that's what I was curious about, because I was going to go with otherwise. God fucking damn it. Goddamn Discord fucking.
The link was too strong.
The link was too strong. Fucking Discord, man. I don't know why. It only crashes
So,
with this. Okay, I was curious, though, if you were speaking out loud to Shaseth or not, Mage, because if you were, it would have been different.
It doesn't really.
Well,
I figure it's just faster.
It makes more sense telepathically, because if we were speaking out loud, then he would probably stop speaking. Oh.
yeah.
Okay, so this can still work then.
So, that ritual, that was a doozy, huh?
Yeah. It was. They're not going to be happy, but you know how it is. Fucking
Yeah,
higher
yeah.
ups.
Oh, I know it. They never told me what that ritual is for, though.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I like you and all, but I can't.
Did it have to be the Lunastra or just any random dragon?
He's thinking like that's a bit more information than I'm really willing to tell someone I just kind of know.
Yeah.
I don't even know your name.
I'm not asking for. I'm Shaseth, you know me.
We're cool and all, but
Yeah. I mean, I don't want anything official, but I'm sure you've heard the rumors and gossip. I mean,
No.
I'm sure that's a pretty big deal.
I mean, yeah, it could have been. Would have been one step closer, but try again another time with a different group. Obviously, I probably won't be because I'm gonna die anyway. So how it goes.
Nasty wound. Yeah.
No, not even the wound. Just failure. They don't really tolerate failure.
No, they don't. I heard. I mean, I speak a little bit of dragon, so I heard that dragon muttering, but she said she was betrayed by someone. That sounds pretty rough.
Yeah, it's never fun when your significant other rats you out.
That's nasty.
Save your own skin.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is with domestic disputes. You don't want to get between them.
Man, do I hear that? So, I mean, you guys want to kill me? I mean, do you want to kill me? I mean, you'd be nicer probably than the fucking group when they catch up to us does.
Oh yeah, I can take care of that after that.
I appreciate that. I'd rather die nice and easy than fucking and quick than slow and painful.
Yeah, I mean, I got this giant hunk of metal for a reason.
Did pretty nice on, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of say you killed my friends though. That was pretty mean, man.
Yeah, but they were traitors, secretly. That's why they sent me here. They were going to do the ritual, but they're going to take all the power from themselves.
That makes no sense.
That's just what I was told. I mean, if I was told wrong, then
you should speak to that person because they're fucking with you. They're gonna get you killed.
well, they probably took off for the. I probably should, They probably took off for the hideout. And I think I should catch up to them.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Unless you know of a hideout that I don't know about. I mean, I don't want to miss them.
No, we had a camp though. I mean, I guess, and if you count that as a hideout, like maybe a mile to the west here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check there first.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, if you're gonna die anyway, why not just lay out some, get back at them for making you be here.
No. It's not revenge that I'm dying for. I'm dying because I failed.
Well,
Same.
maybe you'll have to fail.
I mean,
I mean,
are we gonna go back in there and fucking complete the ritual with the 4 of you?
I was thinking using the other one. I mean, he betrayed someone. That's no good.
Nah, he's not strong enough, to be honest. We need something a bit more battle-hardened.
I mean, I'm not. It didn't seem like it mattered too much.
Tempered, if you will.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice is a sacrifice, but I mean, what difference would it make for the ritual? I mean, a little bit less power, a little bit more power.
A lot more power.
Those guys in the back were creepy, though.
Yeah, I never liked them. Fucking head priests. Head priests are never. Bleh.
Yeah. I never got what they were going for, what they wanted.
To see the return. Like everybody. Like you obviously do.
Yeah. Well, you got any rituals you want to say before the end? Now, in my mind, I'll ask Mage to ask the others quickly if they want anything to be asked.
Mostly like we could like, what was the religion? What was the religion called again? I'm a newcomer.
That's what I was asking for. Like they wanted a ritual to do before he died.
Hey, nah, I'm good.
No praise.
You do not praise that which destroys. You just accept that you fail it. You return to it. Your death.
Yeah. I can't really read, they always show us the words, but it never was actually pronounced to me. They never want to speak its name.
Why wouldn't you want to speak its name? Not that hard of a name. Everybody fucking knows what it is.
I mean,
it's the fucking. It's the world ender. It's Fatalis. Come on.
That's how you pronounce it. Right. Well, I mean, it's a shame you didn't get to summon here.
Oh, this was just one step. We'll try again.
All right. Well, any last words?
I wish you the best of luck in returning our dear Lord to this realm.
Yep. May it come soon. And
yes.
I swing.
Hit. And
well, it's Fatalis cult.
Oh, that's what that symbol is.
Well, we gotta get rid of them. They said they had a camp to the west of here, about a mile.
If they're about as strong as these guys, it probably won't take very long.
No, but we gotta stamp them out anyway. No Fatalis worshippers can be allowed to live.
But don't we have a Fatalis born like back in our camp, right back in our home?
Well, just
that was Fatty. That was DR's old character that I killed him.
I haven't seen. I never got to see Fatimus during when he was alive or dead, so I wouldn't know.
Well, I heard he died, so it's not a problem anymore.
I'm gonna collect the medallions or whatever religious artifacts are on these guys and bring it with us.
Yeah, for most part, it's just amulets with that symbol on
it. Get the armor off the soldier and then like make it look like, kind of make my armor look like that. And like, oh, well, at least when we go in there, I'll look like it.
They have the robes.
You check the bodies for anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're no, it's a D100 for each body. You guys got 3 bodies out, counting the guy that you just murdered. So roll me 3 D100s. Anything over 50 means something dropped. Or they had something of use.
Got 1.
So 2 more rolls, whoever wants to roll. 2, 3. Alright, so each one had something on them. I typically use the, I think, feline loot table for them.
I was hoping for notes or something.
Oh, looking for
a journal or something like that.
No journals. These, I mean, especially the These ones here, like the guy that you just killed, seem to have been more of a bodyguard than a priest and stuff like that. The fanatics and other ones are definitely known not to carry around any literature with them. They usually memorize their rituals and stuff like that for secrecy.
I'll just roll the 3d20s then. I'll quick look it up.
Stat or the actual stat block and not the handout.
You know, if we walk in the camp, if we dress up like this, you could literally have one of us act like the highest of priests that succeeded the ritual.
All right, so a 13 in this case would be you find, we'll say 4 herbs. And 8 is another set of herbs. So you find 8 herbs. And then a 17, you find 2d6 gold pieces.
Ah. I will roll it.
Mm-hmm.
8.
8 gold. 8 gold, 8 herbs.
Into communion bag it goes.
Yep. And I think that is where we're going to end the session since we have a grand total of like 9 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Let's figure out experience and all that jazz as you'll continue your journey to find the Tiestra on the next hunt, which I believe we are having take place on the 23rd. So 2 weeks from now. Figure out some experience. I'm sure those priests guys.
I'm not expecting a whole lot.
I added those community bags.
Probably could have just killed a tempered Lunastra.
There's nothing saying we still can't kill it right now. It's laying down, doing not much else.
That'd be
severely
we
weakened.
heard it.
pretty
Nah,
rude.
we helped it.
And besides,
might
like
be
it
able to
feels
get
like
some,
sports.
Might be able to get some tempered blood. Might get a bigger reward for that.
Besides, it feels kind of out of place for us to just kill a sleeping monster. With how Gerathor and Shaseth like to have a challenge.
Something.
Well, you know us.
You know what? Out of character for that one, actually. It'd be I could probably make a bunch of barrel bombs that are probably way stronger than normal because of Lunastra powder.
Maybe.
Just fly over with Shaseth on his winged drake, and we just start carpet bombing the camp.
You each get
Pretty sure they're-
2,500 experience.
2,500.
Yep, 2,500. Nice and neat.
3,093,049.
I think so, yeah.
So you get those. We go on here.
I don't feel like fighting a CR18 creature.
Come on, easy peasy. I thought it was a 19.
CR19.
I say I'm pretty sure it was a 19. Easy
Is
peasy.
it total experience?
And it
We're
goes fire
2,500.
so
Oh,
close.
total probably.
At 100,000 experience, we level up to 12.
Yep.
So 7,000 more experience to go.
Depending on how quickly we find the Tiostra in next session, we might get that.
From doors, fires, a bypass fire. And
Yeah.
Goddess of the Blue Flame. Gotta reword that one. I'm gonna be updating the Monster Hunter manual next. I have the Fey Nursilla to add into it, the Tempered Kuluyaku in there.
Do I need any stats for
edits.
my for the powder?
No, I mean in this case it's it would do what is it stat? 3d10.
Like,
Well, so it does 3d10 fire and 3d10 force. That's what it does. So basically it's a bomb that does 6d10.
All right, make it a large barrel bomb. Plus.
No, I mean literally whatever you turn it into in this case, like that's what it would do. So we'll assume it's like a small barrel bomb because you didn't gather enough to make a large barrel bomb. Oh,
Well, if we combine it with normal gunpowder, that's what I want because it's going to be fire that sticks around, right?
If the normal gunpowder is weaker, it just takes a stronger effect.
so in this case it would still do 3d10 fire and then 3d10 force damage. So straight magical damage.
Ah.
So it's 60-10 total is what it does, which is pretty heavy. And And the DC will probably use as, I guess we would use her save DC, which is like a 20.
Yeah. It's a pretty hefty small barrel bomb.
Yeah. So I think that's everything. We get experience. You guys get no gold because you're not in a place to get gold. When you turn that blood in eventually to Poke Village, you'll get some gold for that. You still have to get the Tiestra. The Tiestra's the last one you need. And you guys will be done. You have the pulse track. Turn it in the Kusha the door because you cheated. And
Your fault.
Cheaters.
Legitimate.
Fucking cheaters. But other than that, so for the stream, I guess then, guys, I will be back in 2 hours for Group B's run to see what they're doing. I actually need to. They basically had a combat as they were returning to Berna from their Tiestra hunt they had all last session. So we'll see. There might be a downtime-ish type one for them as well, or see what they do. I have no idea. But if you like what I do, you check out my Patreon. My bot isn't working apparently because it probably isn't signed in, and that's why it's been working the entire time. Either way, you can check out my Patreon if you want to grab the Year 3 and for the Monster Hunts and Monster Hunter Patreon exclusive. Cool. Fucking mid-summon invest boys for the next group at the start of the session.
Oh, you know.
Other than that, I'll be back in 2 hours for that, and then this game will continue on the 23rd, starting at 9 a.m. Central Time, and back then you guys are assholes.
Oh, that's right. I have a bunch of points saved. It's time for my turn.
So either way, I'll see you guys in 2 hours, and thank you for sticking around and watching. Kai, it was good seeing you. See you later.
Goodbye.